Sumi's a neat character.
I guess.
Yeah, true. Mew and Dungeon Meshi. But anyways, welcome back. I think where we left off was you guys finished off the quest. What was it? Echoes of the Watcher. So you went up to Caravelstrom, did stuff there, came back, and then you had a lovely little encounter with a lovely little tiefling by the name of Zarius. Once that was all resolved, and you guys had your day at Hooters, you went to go talk to him. Yeah, and Allomere got the hot sauce.
Oh yeah, I got the 7 circle of hell hot sauce.
Yeah.
They killed everybody except for themselves and me because
yeah.
And poor Neo over here got freaking drunk.
Kill me. I was
yeah.
at a different
not
table.
entirely. I just said like
Yeah, you got a little bit tipsy. You know, you sipped the wine.
I did enough. To
yeah, literally. And then after that, you went to go speak to Zarius again, and did a little bit of a stakeout. There was 1 kill, by Allomere.
Secret
and now,
Agent Bird.
Secret Agent Bird is heinous. But so now you guys are on your way back to kind of reconvene and collect your findings and kind of share with the group about what you saw. It was a lot of somewhat disturbing things. We can kind of do this recap as like you guys reconvening at the church and explaining what you guys saw. So let me switch the music over to some like D&D town music. Let me see. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, I'm okay with this. Ooh, that's loud. Swap this. Apollo cheese. Yeah, there is that UI mod or UI thing that I had installed. It does change how your character sheet looks.
How do I make it go back?
So up at the top where it says sheet, you can click where it says sheet at the top, the little cogwheel, and you can change it from Tidy 5e Classic character sheet to default 5e character sheet or legacy. Yeah, it's like that's what you had previously. Mm-hmm. Cool. So after the stakeout, the lot of you head back to the church where Omni is, and you guys are all guided back by Zarius. Let me pull up my notes again for this, just in case there was like a conversation that I had planned. I doubt it, but I will check. I don't believe that there was.
The gears are spinning. I can hear it.
No, I didn't have any specific things planned for this, or like any specific conversations planned. Just kind of ad-libbing things. But anyways, you guys return, and you guys are kind of guided back into that same back room that you were before, where things are kind of secluded. There's a map on the table. It's behind like the main church area, like where you would expect people to go back there and get prep done, and come back out into like the larger church area. Sister once again has to kind of like step out of her Warforged form and into her celestial form to kind of navigate in there, because the doors, while they are very large and able for her to get into, the smaller doors in the back can't really. So Zarius obviously has questions for everyone, and just kind of starts by saying, tell me what you found out. You guys were actually able to get in there, which is surprising. But like I've not been in there. I need to know what you guys saw.
Exactly what I saw. I remember I killed someone, and that's about it. Oh shit.
Hey, I just give him the notes on the map.
Mm-hmm. I think I sent you some stuff a while back, Allomere, about what you saw. To find it.
Let me scroll back up here. We got some scrolling to do then.
I need to make sure
I know. Like rereading it will definitely tell me.
Yeah. We left it as a surprise for next session.
So tell me what you remember seeing.
A bunch of paperwork, a dead E, I think a map or something. Nothing. I did pick up some stuff that I'm supposed to have at this point to share, but Rikai hasn't shared it with me yet because we were going to surprise everyone with what we found.
Yes,
boy.
give me one moment. That's actually the one thing that I forgot to put into Foundry. I put a lot of my notes into here. Let me see real quick.
I like how no one's questioning the dead E in the corner.
Don't worry about it.
He was dead when they found him.
Uh-huh.
It's the truth.
I think I remember what it was, so I'll briefly summarize. It was like a memo from this person that Brooke had heard about, but the signature was just O at the bottom. Let's see. Yeah, it didn't do anything else. Dang. Okay. So yeah, you saw a memo from someone that was just signed their name as O, and it was from right around outside of Emberheart. It had said something about going to Emberheart and preparing things there.
Gotcha. So they're kind of moving shop for the time being.
They're not moving shop. It's more of, hey, I'm also getting things prepared over here. Make sure that you do your part over here. Oh, I remember what it was now. It was so it was that, but it was also a note from someone whom you can only assume is, either part of this cult that is mingling with what remains of the Crimson Market, or someone from the Crimson Market itself. But it basically says that they'll be here for a while because, quote, she isn't ready yet. So they're basically preparing for the long haul. They're trying to lay low, but prepare things for her. And it's very vague. It's as if everyone knows who this person or this thing is.
Darn, I hate when the criminals are smart. But yeah, that's what I found. A dead guy that will be dead when they find him, and some notes and the memo.
Zarius kind of scratches his head, because he at first he thought that they were just gonna be here for a little while. They're setting up shop to do things immediately, is what it looked like to him. But it didn't seem at first like they were in here for the long haul.
Yeah.
Brooke, what did you find?
Brooke. I think Khan died.
Khan probably died. Rest in piss.
R.I.P. Rest in pepperoni.
No, my brother was bothering me at the moment.
All good. Yeah, Zarius chimes in and asks you what you were able to find while you were in the den, so to speak.
Sorry.
All I remember was I was just snooping around, and I saw a bunch of crates. I was able to be in one, but it was a little bit too dark for me to tell.
Remember, you were able to like scurry out with invisibility.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. You saw some people and overheard a conversation that they had, mainly about like not betraying his orders, and someone else talking about like the big man on top. But that's really all that you were able to get.
I'm trying to remember what happened in that session, and it's just been too long.
You had scurried into a crate that was like half open, then you got carried inside. Once you were inside and the coast was mostly clear, you cast invisibility on yourself as you crawled out of the crate and just kind of like walked around. You did hear someone walking upstairs. You weren't sure who it was.
Oh yeah, that person sounded very heavy-footed.
Hey.
Wait, what?
I'm not that heavy-footed.
That was you?
There was no one else upstairs that was moving besides me.
God, we need to find a way to communicate if we're gonna be in different rooms.
Both need to go who, and he goes squee.
Very funny.
What? Me and Kevin will go meh.
What does the sister say?
Beep boop.
No. Just heavy breathing.
Just a long. No, they can't even heavy breathe.
If they were gonna have heavy breathing, I swear they would sound like Darth Vader.
They just stare into your soul.
Oh, so Hypnotoad, got it.
What?
But past that, I don't believe that we had anything else happen there other than Chammomile scurrying in with their familiar that was invisible the entire time as well. They saw pretty much the same thing that Brook was able to see. I mean, they were able to get a lot more because they were able to, actually fly around and scurry around like a little critter. So they basically saw everything that Brook was able to see. They were able to see more like it was being set up like a domicile, or like a like a what's it, like a dormitory for people to basically just like go there and sleep. And since they're not here right now, I'll just kind of communicate that as them, or say that they're communicating this. But they were able to get that, and that's really about it. It looks like they're there to, kind of put down a station and wait. Looks like nothing more, nothing less. There wasn't a whole lot of weapons. There's not a whole lot of other things that they're storing in there. Like the crates mostly look like food and other, like home goods that you would need for an operation like this. Where, you don't want to be conspicuous by going shopping, like just in the local market. And you would rather, stay there.
1,500 loaves of bread.
Exactly. Yeah, you don't want that. You would rather bake your own bread in your own ovens.
4
and
dozen eggs. I'm kidding.
500
4
cigarettes.
trillion eggs. Yeah.
I was referencing Disney for sure.
500 cigarettes.
Uh,
The
Where is
taste
that
is
even from?
Star
That's
Trek.
from the gas. I thought you were talking
Not
about the
Orville.
gas, the 4 dozen egg thing. That's from Beauty and the Beast Gaston song.
Oh.
Oh yeah.
When I was a young boy, I would eat 4 dozen eggs. To grow large, something around that line.
You.
100 Corvettes.
500 Corvettes.
Damn, they figured out how to hack the system.
Mm-mm.
Now the Calcion War would never have been a problem.
It has begun with the memes.
Yeah, all of our
God,
sessions
I-
somehow devolve into just posting memes in the chat.
Yes.
What do you mean? That's the best part.
I
Welcome
can't
to
even
D&D,
force
everybody.
sister to continue the conversation because they're fucking staring middle distance the whole time.
Fucking Eldon posts in the Twitch chat when your friend says something so mousekin pilled, and you gotta hit them with that Warforged stare.
Wow. Okay.
That's peak. That's peak.
Yeah, just
They
to kind of
have
like
to be
wrap things up.
radioactive from Walmart, though.
Just to like wrap things up.
Yes.
With this quest, Zarius is like furiously writing everything down just to kind of keep note of everything. And as you guys all share your findings and finish sharing, he looks up and he's got like scraps of paper kind of strewn about, like, you know, an ADHD kid taking down notes on random different things. And he, you know, sort of jogs them and collates them into like a cohesive stack of paper now. Thank you, truly, for your cooperation and your help. I'll keep an eye on them, and I've got my ways to reach out if need be. Just promise me this. Since you know about them and you seem to have a more intimate relationship with them, just keep your eyes peeled for them. If you see anything or hear anything, there's ways to get messages to me. Just let me know.
Okay.
I would like to stay posted.
We'll signal you 1 if by sea, 2 if by land.
Understood. And this for the trouble. And he tosses a sack of coin on the table.
Yoink.
It's about 250 gold pieces just by weight. You can tell really easily, Brooke.
He has more to name.
Yes.
What is
And additionally,
what
if-
is the current for favorite child right now?
For me,
No, for Brooke. Out of all the gold.
All the gold coins.
oh, gotcha.
Who's the current favorite child, Brooke?
Let me also,
Making him
No. You can't do this to me. I'm not making favorites anymore.
Who's
They're
the
all my
current
babies.
favorite child?
They're all my good babies.
No, but you like one of them more than the other.
Okay, yeah, right now is our rule.
We will have this daily report every session. Who's the
Oh,
current
shush.
favorite coin? Alright, continue.
You said who is your favorite coin this time around?
Raul.
Raul.
Based. Additionally, if ever you need, this place will be open to you. There will always be a room available if you need. If ever you journey up this far north again.
We'll hit you up. We'll go hit Hooters together again.
That sounds good to me. But past that, I thank you for your time. And with that, that is that quest completed, and your main scenario progressed.
Woohoo.
Na 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 na.
So,
So there are now 3 things that you guys can go do. There is the main quest, so you can go back to Gavaria and go to the Gala. Alternatively, you do still have a couple other side quests that you can do. Now, I believe I said this to a couple of y'all already, but I'll reiterate this. If you want to finish the first act, that is a thing that you can go do right now by going to the Gala. I have a lot of stuff prepared for it, and I'm very excited to get to it. Else, if you guys wanted to go do a side quest, I'm okay with that.
From what it sounds like, Cam was not prepared and ready for the gala, so I think we might have to play along with doing a side quest.
I say we take them to the gala.
Chammomile just like anything to procrastinate going to the gala and giving a speech, but it's like, no. You gotta respond.
No, I actually wanted to do all the side quests, but I mean, if y'all want to go do that, I guess that's what we doing.
Okay, fine, we get that. No, wait.
What's holding you up, Brooke?
Reverse psychology logic.
Brooke, I will say, I mean, I figured you'd want to earn all that extra money.
The reward isn't
The
money, man.
last
It's,
time,
man, it's
last
supposed to run cold damage. It's supposed to run cold
Yeah.
damage. It ain't worth it. It ain't worth
It's
it.
not
By
worth
the
it.
way,
the
by
last
the way,
time we had
May,
this.
your mic is quite quiet right now. I don't know if you're like moved far away from your mic or.
No, I've been turning it down because I don't want the crunching to be audible.
Oh,
Valid.
real.
Real.
Look, the last
I'm
time we
gonna blow
had
you
this
up,
conversation about doing
Like,
main
I
quest,
could get closer if I wanted to, but I wanted to not be
Oh,
like
God.
ASMR
ASMR
crunch. ASMR crunch.
Yeah.
You want me to do one?
Just one.
Let's hear it. Mm.
Ooh.
Hell yeah.
That was a crunch.
Mhm,
Hell yeah.
mhm.
Here, I can also do this. Here, ASMR can opening.
You're
Ooh,
like a
hey.
big
Wait,
of
that one's pretty
every
Hey,
good.
content. Let's get back to content.
But yeah, I was also saying that like there's only one side quest that you guys are gonna miss out on, which would be Smoke in the Ice. But then after the gala, like the chains are off. There are no more railroads to go on. Y'all can go off and go do your own thing. I'm gonna give you guys plenty of side quests and plenty of things to go do. The gala is basically like the last main story beat for a while.
I'm trying to find the goddamn.
I mean,
quest
it
book.
seems like everyone. We're getting outvoted, so it's to the gala we go.
Well, I'm trying to find the site the quest book. I'm sorry.
If you go up to the journal tab on your right side menu, there's the quest log at the very bottom. I can alternatively just
Oh,
hit show to players.
I don't see what's available.
There's nothing that's actually like actively available. It would be the A Scholar's Promise quest, the last one of that. Return to Gavaria at the gala. Yes.
No, I was talking
Return
about, like,
to
what was the other
Gavaria
quest that
and
was
attend
the ice or some shit
the
like that?
gala.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Smoke in the Ice. There's a military shipment that went missing, and then the Ash-Blooded Beast. There is something at the edge of Durin Hollow, or Durin Hollow.
Do you guys really want to try to actually fight something?
Sure, we could do a side quest.
I'm not opposed to combat as a player.
I mean, who knows? Maybe we can get something good out of it.
Ash glass.
I mean,
core.
like,
It's an ash glass core is a crafting material, basically.
if we get the ash glass core right now, then the next session is going to be the gala anyway, and we can't
Mhm.
craft during the gala.
Mm-hmm.
That comes after.
Now
And
let's go
since
to the
it's not
gala.
going away,
I'm willing to go to the gala.
Gala? Sounds like 3 for the gala.
No, I'm sticking to side quest.
We need Brooke to go do the dancing.
Mhm.
Excuse me?
So we have, I think, Neo and Sister who are gala bound. Allomere doesn't care, and Brooke doesn't care.
No, I did say that I'm going for the side quest.
Brooke wants
Side
a side quest.
And then I think Chammomile said that they're also.
Because 2 of them already wanted to said the gala, so otherwise it'll just be a tie because Allomere didn't want to vote.
Okay,
Don't
gala
make
bound?
me be the tiebreaker.
it's either you're the tiebreaker or Cam's the tiebreaker. It's one or the other.
No, I would be the one that makes the tie, actually. If I
Mhm.
say I don't want anything, so...
You know what? My wife gave me a genius idea.
Pick a card, any card.
Not allowed, your spouse...
What's the
to
wife
vote.
saying?
Yeah, it's biased.
We're going side questing is my vote.
We're going.
Okay.
Side questing is the vote?
Yep, my tiebreaker vote has been swayed to side questing.
Yay!
So that is what? 3 to side questing? Cool.
Yeah.
3 to 2.
The wife hath spoken.
No. It's the wife told me to just flip a coin. I'm like, you know what? That's valid.
Ah, true.
I
If you
called
didn't
it.
have a real one, either way,
Yeah.
the coin works.
The flipping a coin does work.
True.
Do you guys want
So now what-
weapons or crafting material? Cold steel
Well,
weapons or
If we're going to side quests now, we might as well get the cold steel weapons. Even if we toss them for gold, they're gonna
Mhm.
disappear after the gala, so we might as well.
Okay.
Mm,
I have no issue with that.
cool. Let me pull up my notes for the quest.
Either way, I think we're still in Riven Shade, aren't we?
Yeah, you're still in Riven Shade. Ba-ba-da-ba-da-ba.
I'm sorry also about the singing. Mainly just because I've been conditioned at any time a Coke or like any drink to open is followed by soda pop.
Can cracks open. Want a Sprite cranberry?
Sprite cranberry.
No, not that. The soda pop from K-pop Demon Hunters.
Yeah, that's why
Oh.
we're trying to rewrite that with something else.
Nah.
I'm kidding.
I have not watched that yet, but anyways,
It's good.
um,
Someone
let's
already made a
see.
D&D subclass for the demons.
Oh boy, of course.
okay. Let me try to remember everything about the quest. Apollo cheese, and I'm
I got
also now
that.
being pinged a bunch. I'm gonna swap my stuff to do not disturb. Cool. Okay. So you guys go back to the Adventurers Guild, and you guys see the quest posting for the side quest, or excuse me, the job posting. It is it is posted by one Foreman Bregant Hall. He's a quartermaster at Cold Hearth. It says that you will find him near the west exit, or not the west exit, but like the southern exit, the southern gate to Riven Shade, near the path that leads down to Cold Hearth. It's a dwarven colony down to the south where they mine cold steel and they refine it into weapons and armor. I guess cold iron. I guess I don't know, but it's a metal that they forge into cold steel. And it's kind of like their staple. It is only found here, and only refined by these dwarves. Let me see. Yeah, so you guys go down to the southern gate, and there it's a smaller like mixed use district, so it's a little bit of commercial, it's a little bit of residential. There's plenty of bars, there's plenty of inns. Where would you find a dwarf kind of thing?
If you smell booze, you're bound to find dwarves.
Inevitably, yeah.
If there's a fight breaking out, you're bound to find dwarves.
What made you the dwarf expert?
World of Warcraft.
His height.
True.
So we're looking
Shut
for a
up.
dwarf, you said?
Yes.
All right, Rikai, where in the building would have the best view of good stonework?
Of good what?
Stonework.
Oh, I
So
see.
going the nerd route.
You're going the nerd route. I see.
The only thing
Give
that's
me just like a
capable.
quick active perception.
Active perception. Okay, let me find my character sheet. There it is.
Hmm?
Plenty
Oh,
of them.
yeah, that works. You see, there is this this tavern, the Falcon's Nest. It is this a rather tall building. You can tell that it connects to one of the buildings on the side. So like the first floor is basically like just the bar, but there's no stairs that actually lead upstairs, because it's connected to this other building that is basically like a hotel or like an inn, that connects to it to have other rooms upstairs. It's quite cool, but the masonry is very well done. Like you could imagine dwarves made the entire building basically. There's obviously the human and elven touch to it, but a lot of the stuff on the south here is very, very fine mason work. But this bar in particular has some really nice. I'm not going to call it like cathedral like, but it is very cathedral like in design.
It's not a cathedral, but it looks like one.
It is like what cathedrals used to be, where they would
High
sell
ceilings,
booze out of
big
the
arches.
pretty much, yeah. Some stuff that would be
Cool, I
really
guess
hard to
I'll
pull
start
off.
there.
So you swing open this door. It's those like double doors that kind of easily swing open, like Wild West style, but it's kind of they're taller doors. They're actually like a restaurant door, where like you'd have it go in and out for the servers. So you manage to swing those open, and inside, it is full of a mixture of dwarves, humans. There's a couple of halflings in there, just enjoying their meal. One of them is kicking their legs at the bar on like the really high stool.
I imagine we bring a lot of attention as the non-humanoid.
Well, you're still humanoid. You're tabaxi and
No, I meant
Come,
dominant.
come, come.
Dominant, humanoid dominant individuals.
The doors are
Assassin?
the doors are short enough that Sister has to enter in her celestial form. So yeah, it is a little bit jarring for a mouse, an owl, a couple of tabaxi, and a person made of stars to enter the bar.
Literally just the night sky walking into the room.
So you do get a few head
Okay,
turns.
What's the joke setup? Come on, hit me with the punchline.
Well, I think obviously the next thing we do is beat up the biggest guy in the yard.
No.
Hey, wait a minute. That might be me.
That means that...
Can I just say one thing? The first thing that came to mind when you say that there is a big freaking owl, a hooded mouse person, two cats, and a literal
And the night
entity of
sky,
stars.
Bro, this is just
Like-
the food chain.
No,
The food chain is crazy.
no, we are literally like a freaking like we're a poster for whatever Halloween shop we are now.
Spirit Halloween.
Spirit Halloween.
We are literally Spirit Halloween. I did just noticed it.
I want to
That is
derail the
vile.
campaign and open a business called the Spirit Halloween.
Nobody knows what
No.
Halloween is. So everyone
It's a
thinks
new
it's like,
thing.
like an actually like legitimately haunted business, haunted by the spirit of Halloween.
With like this Halloween like jump scares and decor.
You have like minor illusions going off every now and then.
I
Some
have
like
a freaking
gnome-
cloak that can make me do that.
you have the thaumaturgy thing. Yeah.
we just gotta get someone prestidigitation to unsoil everyone's pants after the fact.
I got this. Y'all were derailing the campaign and opening a business.
Oh man.
No.
They wanted to do that since I got this freaking cloak.
Jesus. But based on the brief physical description that you got of the man, you can kind of assume that he's in here. He's with a couple other people. They all look like merchants. this man specifically, he's not like wearing armor or anything. He's wearing these I'm not gonna call them robes, but you know, he's got like the colorful merchant attire on for a dwarf, which is rather jarring if you've never seen it before. I'm assuming that Owllmere and Brook will have in the past, and the two of you, you're actually able to quite easily identify who it might be. You know, he's sitting in the corner. He's got a couple of friends around him. They're sharing a meal. It's a little bit later in the day, so you're assuming that this is gonna be their dinner, and they're gonna head to bed for the night. So I'll assume that since Allomere's away for a moment, I'm gonna assume that Brook is going to approach them first. Okay, cool. I did see that you just said BRB getting water. That was 4 minutes ago.
Yeah, and I already put that I was back.
Yep.
But Brook can definitely take lead on this.
Yeah, we'll let Brook take lead.
Do we
Smile.
have to?
Gonna be good cop or bad cop?
Brook is Brook, and I'm the alternative that is not as nice.
Okay, so Brooke, you're gonna be good cop.
I didn't say that.
Okay. Who are we going for?
There's three dwarven gentlemen sitting in the corner. It's kind of like one of those like corner booths that's like almost like a semicircle.
And
Alright.
apparently we recognize them.
You would
Alright.
you would recognize them as merchants at the very least.
Oh,
Um,
okay.
Yeah, because you've dealt with merchants in the past. You were a pirate, so it checks out. I'm not sure if Chammomile would have ever dealt with a dwarven merchant before, at least of
You think
this
Chammomile
caliber.
can't deal with people? You're absolutely right. He can deal with students. He can do it when he's in the classroom. That's it.
Let me. Ooh, yeah, you probably would have better luck on this than I would, Brooke.
Really?
However, if you need someone to walk over and start talking nerd shit, let me know.
No, I'm just gonna walk over.
Yeah, I'll follow you.
Yeah. I'll be
As the
right
two
back.
of you
you up.
approach, as the three of you approach now, the taller folks among the group can see that there's they have their meals in front of them, but aside from them, they have these ledgers, and things like notes and statements from people next to them. And then who would be closer to the table?
How tall? It's a dwarf. No.
Well,
Probably.
yeah, it's like a normal size table for normal sized humanoids, like medium creatures.
So I wouldn't even be able to see what the hell they have on
You
top of
can
it.
see that there's paper, but you can't see what's written on there.
So, like, if I walked up, would I be tall enough at my 4-foot ass?
You would,
Have we
but I think
confirmed how tall the spirit form is?
you're just a tiny bit shorter than Allomere, who I think is like 6 foot something.
I think I'm
That
just
sounds
6
very
foot.
elf.
Speaking of the spirit form, I swear, like, as we prepare
6
to
foot
go over
even.
the table, you can very much see Cam try to get on, like, Sister's back, thinking, oh yeah, big robot. And just
Yeah.
kind of, like, not. And there's just that moment of realization, oh yeah, she's not
Just-
always a robot anymore.
We're here.
She's like
for-
mildly corporeal, so like you can for a moment feel like you
shipments.
grasp her, and then it just kind of slips through.
They
Well,
obviously
Gets on
notice, but they
settled
don't
in the
make a
cat
scene of
position,
it.
Just falls through.
Yeah. But you were
Okay.
saying, Allomere?
So we're talking to these guys about the shipment
Mhm.
first. Okay, I'm just
Yeah.
making sure I know what we're.
I'm going to assume that you're the tallest and that you'd be the closest to the table. Can I get an investigation on this paper?
Okay.
Because you see some symbols and some stamps on there. 3. There are symbols and some stamps on there. Some of them you do recognize, some of them you don't recognize. The ones that you do recognize are, merchant guilds, things like that.
Could any of
But
us near the
there's-
table also make that roll?
Sure, yeah, go for it, Chamomile.
Okay. Investigation, here I go. I
Oh, yeah.
finally rolled under a
17.
20 on investigation.
Lovely. So Chammomile, you're able to see that some of these stamps and these seals are of different merchant guilds. Some of them are specifically like just people who move product, not people who actually put the orders in and do things like that. And you're able to tell what kind of ledgers these are. It is compensation basically just for missing and destroyed goods. Like basically like if FedEx fucks up your package, you're gonna call and file a claim. It's like that.
Okay.
And then one of the ones that you can see on there from a statement that it's kind of like peeking out from underneath some other ones is a Gavarian Scholar's Guard seal.
I see.
And the dwarf, the one sitting off to the side, who you would assume is the foreman, he's with one hand he's eating, with another one he's reading a ledger, and out of the corner of his eye he sees Owllmere and you lot kind of like walk up. Can I help you?
Yeah, we're here. We're hearing you guys were losing shipments and needed some coverage.
A little bit more than that. Many of our shipments have been going missing. I'm assuming that you're replying to the job posting.
Yes.
The camel set down the job posting.
No, that's one of the more recent ones. Did you just pick that off the board?
Yes.
Yeah. Yes. Obviously, we can't lie and say no.
So you know how urgent this is, and he kind of gestures towards the paper. It's a fucking nightmare.
You see Cam's face, and he's sitting there for a moment. He's kind of gotten past the edgy. He still has a bit of dye in his fur, though, and he's just sitting there like a smile. And they say nightmare, and it's the, oh no. You can see like the soul leave his eyes, but he's still forcing a smile.
I'm sure
One
it
of our
isn't Faye.
biggest shipments. One of our biggest shipments has just vanished out of thin air.
Thin air.
That would sure put a hurt in your work.
A hurt is understatement of the millennium. Understatement of my lifetime. And he slams his hand onto the table.
I'll kind of like raise a wing to kind of like shush your face now before we make it worse.
Look at these numbers. And he kind of like swats at some of the paper and hands it over to you. And Allomere, you can tell this was no small shipment. This had like cold steel plate. This had cold steel longswords. Basically anything cold steel. And this was coming from Cold Hearth to here. And the numbers is like,
big.
Like at least in like the 6 or 7 figures of gold pieces. Yeah, so it is a very expensive and very big shipment. Just
my eyes just go
gone.
wide seeing at the number at the bottom, just like, oh.
I'm gonna try and like borrow the papers from Allomere and be like, hold on, I'm good with numbers. Let me look at this.
I'm
And
gonna
then,
climb up on his shoulders.
obviously, if I can look at it, I will like do the math. I'll be looking at the numbers. Did he happen to hand over the seal with the scholars, or the one with the scholars?
No, this one is more or less like a like it basically just like if valuation of product lost, basically.
Yeah.
So it is they're valuing what was lost and what they can compensate. And what they can comp is like a fraction of the total value lost.
How much
So
do they need
you
to
would assume that
compensate, out of curiosity, just like
so like I
Yeah.
said, it is like 6 or 7 figures worth of gold pieces, and let's like say like US dollars, right? So like 2.3 billion dollars, kind of, right?
damn.
Oh my
and-
god.
and-
is like
Like you're seeing like dozens of each cold steel item gone. And they're maybe able to compensate like 500 million. If that.
Hey guys, I think we gotta kill this thing.
So when's the next shipment?
Well, it was supposed to be a few days ago by now. But we've put a hold on most of our shipments because we don't want this happening again. And it doesn't help that there have been people setting up shop right on our route. And
What
can
are they
kinda see his eye
selling?
twitch.
Just people?
They aren't selling anything. These fuckers are sitting here saying that they're investigating the area. Fucking Scholars Guard.
You know,
Ooh.
they've been getting in my way too. I get it. And Cam just like a coy glint in his eyes of mischievous. All right, let's get down to the business.
One of
Spill
his
the
colleagues next
pieces.
to him kind of like pipes and he's like, they have been nothing but trouble from the start. Literally the day after, they went to us and they said, this is our territory now. This is Gavarian, like we're seizing this area for now. That was like the day after all of this had started.
DM.
Do you think they're
Mhm.
involved?
I would like to like maybe do like a little bit of like brain picking
Uh-huh.
right now to see like if there would ever have been a rival pirate crew that might be doing something like this.
Oh
And
yeah,
back,
yeah.
yeah, back then.
So, without a history roll, there were rival pirate crews that you had to deal with every now and then back on your ship, and Owllmere would know this as well. But none of them really did any land-faring things. There weren't bandits on
Yeah.
terrestrial bandits, more or less. A lot of them were just seafaring. Now, with a history roll, you might be able to recognize some of the symbols and some of the words that are written there.
Oh yeah, no,
Because
my butt,
he's kind
my
of like
butt
spread
is
out some
rolling.
of these. Yeah, he's like spread out some of these papers now.
Yeah, no, I'm rolling that history.
15. After taking a glance around, looking at some of the things that are on the table, unfortunately, you're not able to spot anything that you would recognize. A lot of it is, talking about cleaning up, and it looks like damage control, more or less, on both ends. There's one end from the Gavarian saying, "Hey, we're looking into this. This is what we're doing right now," and then on the other end, it's we want our fucking money. So both of them are kind of like going back and forth. They're trading blows, more or less, and it's not pretty on
Rikai,
either side.
what are the like legal systems put in play in this kingdom for gold and trade and those who infract upon it? Can we sue the Scholars Guard and get them to get out of the way? Hold on.
So this so the Scholars Guard aren't the ones that are preventing them from getting their money. It is this other merchant guild that was set to deliver the goods.
Well, it sounded like they said that. My bad. Sorry,
Well,
I
so
thought I
the
missed it.
Scholars Guard are preventing them. They're not preventing them, but they're interrupting the supply line to and
Yeah,
from Cold
okay.
Hearth. So
Yeah,
it's
that's what I
they're
was
interrupting it.
asking
They're not completely shutting it down. It is interrupted. They Bregan doesn't want to send anything from Cold Hearth to here or vice versa, because they don't know what the Scholars Guard are going to do, if there's going to be anything like, oh, hey, you're passing through our land, pay these tariffs. Because the Scholars Guard have kind of commandeered the land, and you're able to kind of assume that, they're now going through the legal channels of actually getting that done. More of the beg for forgiveness, not permission thing.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Chammomile, as you look around some more of the papers and you kind of like rifle through and scan through some of them, give me an investigation check again.
Oh my god, I love those. 20.
You see a name.
I see a name as in like
Mhm.
oh hi mom, are you still
see a
committing
name
crime,
that
or
once again sends a chill down your spine. It is 4 letters. You see the name Itar mentioned in one of the reports.
Where have we heard that before? Can I history roll to see if I remember seeing that somewhere?
Mhm.
I
Yeah, go
feel
for it.
like that's familiar.
The history roll would basically just don't roll a 1. Exact. The adjudicator Itar.
Oh, that one. Maybe I don't want to mess with that.
He's like loosely named in one of it that he like had stopped there for a moment and then left. So he was there for maybe like a day, and then he left. He's only mentioned because he was there for a day and then left.
So given why they were there, that might. Yeah. Yeah, that kind of makes sense.
Mm-hmm. So Bregenthal, he kind of perks up again after you guys had looked through some of the documents, and he as he's about to go take a sip of his drink, which you can only assume is his maybe 10th or 12th tonight. He just looks up like, if you'd like, travel down and see it for yourselves. If you can get them to leave, please, and I will make sure it is well worth your journey.
Well, we could definitely try to look into that on top of the missing shipments.
It'd be appreciated. If you need any rations or anything before you leave, let my folks in here know. Basically, everyone in here works for me.
Oh, I
think
would.
I
I will be quite fine
Luckily.
in that regard.
One at a time, please. You're very
I start
Yeah,
talking to
talk to
everybody.
Okay. I think Sister said something as well.
I think I'll be quite fine in that regard.
Oh, yeah.
I would
I'm
probably
going-
like to snag a couple days worth of rations.
Okay, yeah. You can add a couple days worth of rations to your inventory. They just kind of they pay for some rations from the bar. So they've got some travel rations just kind of ready to go.
Nice.
Okay.
You get some
so
MREs
I'm
in the back,
Oh, hell yeah.
Yeah.
I love MREs.
But no, I'll ask if they have anything that might have belonged to someone who went with one of the missing shipments. Yeah. If they have anything that might have the scent of those, because I do in fact Okay, but here's the thing. I do have a
We
search
literally
dog.
do.
I technically have 2 of them right now. I could have up to 4.
I don't know if Mastiffs make particularly good trackers.
They do still have the benefit of being a dog, so they get advantage on the check though.
True.
Okay.
Unfortunately, no, I don't have anything offhand from them. All of their belongings are still back in Cold Hearth.
I see. Well, I might be able to use that when we get there.
Well, if you're even able to get there, I'm not sure how the Gavarians will treat you. If they treat you like anything like they do my men, then good luck.
Me over here down Allomere. We want to not make these ones angry. Just after hearing the tiniest mischievous giggle. Not these ones.
Oh.
He was just in the back eating on the
Just
complimentary
deflated
chips.
Owllmere noises.
100 MREs, all menu 14. What is menu 14?
I need to double check. Hold on.
I'm
Oh,
just
God,
saying-
no.
I
Is
recognize that.
I'm just
Creamy
sounds like the
spinach
potatoes
fettuccine.
one.
What the fuck?
No, no. You want to be shit? I've heard horror stories about that. You want to be shitting out your ass?
Oh,
No, God.
Oh,
that
don't do
sounds
it.
horrendous.
But
Don't
yeah,
do it.
Or what was it, like the beef stew one? All of those.
Neo's just
I've
in the
heard
back
that one's not
eating, eating on the complimentary chips at the bar.
Right. I
But
have
real talk,
pie.
other than that, what else? What is the limit to this offer they're making?
Like
Is it
as to
just
like what they're
rations and
offering.
such?
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
so like just for they're offering like travel gear and things like that to make sure you can actually get there safely.
What do they have in terms of extra snow gear? Because we're still up where it's cold, right?
That's true. The snow shouldn't be as thick right now because it's almost summer.
Okay, fair.
Oh god, I had to go through
Excuse me.
summer again.
Yeah. Well, excuse me. It's almost prime light, or not prime light. Radiance. So they do have like snow boots and things like that, but if you ask for them, they're basically gonna say like, hey, you shouldn't really need these because it's it's not as bad as what it normally is right now. Like your normal gear should suffice.
Okay. And do they know anything about the missing shipments? Like,
Locational wise.
So it's kind of
location-wise, what
around...
type of wreckage was left, if any?
So what you're able to gather just from talking with some of the people is it seems as if it kind of vanished into thin air. They did say like a day or two after roll me just a flat d20 real quick because I want to see. I want to see what they would know or what they would be willing to share, I should say.
If they do like they're withholding information, I will try and pry. I just need to see what little bits they give me to
6.
know that they're...
So they do say that there's some weird patches of snow that seemed missing.
Roughly how big?
They're more long than big.
Interesting.
But there's virtually no wreckage left behind. It just looked like the same kind of like gravel path that they've had for a while.
And have you seen things in the area that have done that before?
No, not at all.
Okay.
But yeah, no, basically just everything out of thin air. There was no communication. Maybe someone theorizes that they ran off with the goods and sold it on the black market. But they were hired to do a job. They've been with the company for years, kind of thing. Why would they do this now?
Okay. I will report back to the group with what I find.
Very cool.
And before we go, I'm gonna reassure these guys. Don't you worry. The history gang got your back.
The history gang.
Sorry, what are we calling ourselves now?
Excuse me?
It's a placeholder. Shut up.
It's a very poor placeholder.
Are you calling Sister old?
No, we just tend to forget, and we need to remember a lot.
I just like pick up Brook and just pull him away. It's like Brook, here. You need to eat something, and then just put him in front of the bowl of the complimentary chips.
I'm just
I don't
looking
know what
at
he's
you.
talking about.
I'm looking up at you and be like, "Are you freaking kidding me?" But with my mouth full of chips.
Brooke doesn't. So instinctively, Brooke doesn't reach for the chips. He reaches for some of the there's like cheese and nuts and like like the bar
Excuse
nuts kind
me?
of thing. Like
Just
like,
because of
you
my
put him
mouth
in front
doesn't
of
mean
chips,
I have to go for
and then
cheese
he
all the
reaches
time.
for the nuts, and like the salted nuts and the cheese. They're quite good.
If anything, I'm just tapping, waiting to see if I can get a freaking drink around here.
You do kind of, as you instinctively reach for the cheese, you get a nice big old chunk of blue cheese, and it's sour.
I hate the.
Why would you do this to us, Rikai?
Before you put it in your mouth.
Next time, don't yank me by the tail.
I didn't yank you by the tail. I picked you up from under your arms.
I'm not a child.
But you're smaller than me, so that's the best and most efficient way to pick you up.
True.
You better sleep with one eye open.
Brooke, I'm feeding you.
Anyways, we
You
will
said it.
look
You shove a
into
piece
your.
of cheese into Brooke's mouth.
I'm gonna turn away and just tail whip them from behind.
Here comes the
Neo's slower
airplane.
by one stage.
Anyways, we will be looking into the mission shipment then and see if we can't figure out what's going on.
It is appreciated. If you need to get in touch with me and can give me an update, take this.
If not,
And he kinda
Gala,
hands you this
why China
scroll.
size?
Ooh.
Who said that?
Becca.
And as you take the scroll, he tells you, "It's a scroll ascending. Just tell me if you see anything or find out anything."
Scroll of sending.
I can put it in your inventory.
Oh, okay. I was about to try and do that. Delete that. Yes.
There you go. Spell scroll ascending.
Awesome. In that case, I think we will try to gather up and be on our way.
Cool. So it is starting to get a little bit later in the night. You know, the sun is beginning to set. Did you guys want to set out tonight, or did you want to take a long rest before you leave?
I look over to Owllmere and is like, based on your information from the man, what's your call? You shall leave with us.
Oh, that's not a good idea. Does anyone need a long rest before we go, or should we could all go, unless someone needs a long rest?
If we do this,
Who bumped?
pass all the skill checks, and get through any combat really fast, we might be able to get to y'all's gala. So I think we should do it tonight.
Speedrun this shit.
Speedrun this shit. All right.
You have no idea how locked in I feel right now.
Okay.
I've got plans out the wazoo. Me
So-
dropping sister on someone will not compare.
So you guys are able to set out that night. And within just a couple hours of walking, let me pull up my simple calendars just so we know what time it is in game. And we're gonna advance by the hour. So it's that's 4, 5,
If
6,
we do this
7
right now
p.m.
tonight, it would be absolutely pog so hard.
That would be awesome. So it's about 7 p.m.
Then I
The
guess
sun
we
is
better walk.
is kind of it's setting by now. It's you look at the horizon and it's this really nice amber color over the mountains. You got some of the god rays coming down, that kind of stuff.
You got your RTX turned on.
Exactly. Just go into your brain somewhere and just fuddle around until you find the RTX switch.
Look over the horizon. It is 0 dawn.
Oh my
I'm
god!
fucked. I got AMD hardware.
Wow.
Shit, man! What the fuck is this AMD Radeon in my head? Yanks it out, and my vision just.
So yes, we're gonna move on into the
Yes,
mountains during the night.
Yep. So you guys are able to go, and after a couple hours of walking, it is about 9 p.m. now. The sun has set, and out in the distance, you see some lights, some torches. Those with dark vision.
Yes.
Can I get a quick perception?
Everyone but sister.
Absolutely.
Basically, everyone but
It's-
sister.
It's so ironic. The person that loves the night is a stars druid.
You're
Was
just too
an
busy looking at
elf.
the sky.
Owlmere,
Doesn't
you
have
get
dark vision.
so Owlmere, basically everyone but Neo. You guys are able to see that this looks almost like a military camp. To you, Owlmere, it makes that kind of really clicks in your head very easily. This is just a couple hours of walking. This isn't way out. Like you would think it was.
So close.
Like the way that it was phrased to you was that this is gonna be like a day's travel, because from here to Cold Hearth it is a little bit over a day's travel. But just a couple hours in, you see it looks more like a military checkpoint here more than anything. Owllmere, you get the idea that it may be wise to get a little bit of an eye in the sky.
I'll be right back.
Yep.
I also have my familiar, but I know you can
scope it
fly
out.
silently, so
Yeah.
Let me see if there's like a better like D&D military camp.
Do 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 do.
Boot camp workout. 50 military
there. We
marching.
can't Mission Impossible yet.
I guess to be
Let's do
fair,
this.
if we're sending in the eyes, could I also send in my unmanned drone, aka the Anomalocaris?
So I believe that you can only see within 100 feet.
Yeah.
120
There's
from
not
me.
a whole lot. Well, like for Chammomile, only within 100 feet of being, like, of distance from the familiar, they can see.
Yeah.
They can
so like
also go look and report back, though.
to an extent, yeah. But if you want to send your familiar with that, why is that exhaustion 6? Oh my god, I saw that.
I wanted to see what it
I was like, whoa, that's a really high exhaustion.
Yes.
But so Owllmere, you grab the thing, the Pokemon looking ass thing.
Oh no, I meant send my Anomalocaris in for ground looking.
Oh, for ground looking, I see. Gotcha.
Just so we get
sure.
just a bit of multi-camera viewing.
Okay, gotcha. I see what you're saying.
Multi-camera viewing. I like
So
that.
Owllmere, you take to the skies, and in the skies you can see that like there's a small little hut built every so often on the road here, but maybe like another like hour and a half's worth of walking ice on the road, you would hit this larger kind of like camp looking thing. It's kind of like near the base of one of the mountains where the road kind of turns, going between a couple of mountains.
Okay.
But so right around there is where there's a larger camp. Your gut feeling tells you, hitting these checkpoints might not be a good idea if we're trying to go over here stealthily. Now, if we're trying to make our presence known, hitting these checkpoints is probably the best thing to do. But if you want to be stealthy, go around the side, because there is a side road that leads along a smaller like river. There's some frost at the edges of it. But you can just follow the river southbound to also hit like the back of that camp. It's kind of, you figure that's why they put the camp there, because that's where the river bends to go elsewhere. Not alongside the road. So at this point, it's kind of up to you. Chammomile, I'll say that you get a little bit closer to the checkpoint because you would have to, the 100-foot rule. With that, can I get a quick stealth check?
Yes. Hold on, let me check myself. Well, actually, I have a +6. That should be fine.
That's perfect. So you're able to get
I'm a
close
forest
enough,
cat, I'm
and
used
then
to
you like Twitch in Rainbow Six Siege, you throw out your drone and you put your little camera, your little iPad. You're an iPad kid now. You got Baby Shark on one side, your drone footage on the main monitor.
We can move on.
As you go towards the checkpoint, you see the small hut that Owllmere saw as well. You are able to kind of see as you get over a little bit of a hill before it, that there are a couple more checkpoints that you can see, but you can't see the larger camp. And you see that, there's maybe like 4 or 5 people stationed at this smaller outpost. There are those like wooden ramparts that they've kind of got set up, the spiky ones, just to prevent people from going through unauthorized. There's a couple people in the cabin who are asleep, and then a couple more who are taking shifts looking outside. They've got torches set up. They've got some continual light spells around as well. The torches are more like a temporary light source kind of thing.
Oh, were we supposed to get a recovery crew go with us?
They They said that the shipment vanished into thin air. If you're able to find it, then they will send a recovery crew in.
Gotcha. Okay.
Yeah, you are meant to be scouts to figure out what happened.
So while I'm having the little search, it is Scholar's Guard, right?
Oh, easily. Yeah, easily recognizable. They got the green on, they got the armor on. These are Scholar's Guard. They even have Gavarian banners set up.
Okay. Secondly, is there anything else I can glean as to why maybe they are this far up now, as opposed to how far back we were told they might be?
Not really, but you can tell that these huts look like they were, just recently constructed. As you get closer, you can still hear the building settling every now and then. They look like they weren't, I'm not gonna say hastily constructed, but constructed fast enough for there to be temporary living out here. So maybe like the last few days, these were constructed.
Okie doke.
Either
Mind if
way, I
Wait.
think we should probably try to avoid the military checkpoints.
I actually agree.
I can go invisible and go check it out a little bit more deeper.
I don't think there's a
Well-
point to that.
I don't think there's a need for that.
Not
I
the
think we
only
just need
reason
to
foregoing
sneak
visible
around
would be
them.
to get Sister through. And I think we can go far enough around.
Yeah.
Yeah, we should be able to avoid them well enough with this information.
Yeah, like the path less taken alongside the river, it would be far enough away that sister walking would not, nobody would be able to hear
Enough
it.
noise.
Exactly. Like unless you cast like an illusion spell or like a thunder spell that everyone can hear within an X amount of radius.
Thunder wave.
Yeah, like don't
we
cast
are near
thunder wave.
mountains, right?
Yeah, you're near mountains. Yeah.
Is there still enough snow on the mountain that in a pinch, someone who used a really large spell with a really loud sound could cause an avalanche if need be?
Like Mulan style, probably.
No particular. Okay, cool. No particular reason. Just double checking all my resources.
But I will also reiterate to Allomere, these are the only lights in the area that you see. You don't see anything else, like people taking up like a temporary residence anywhere else, like survivors maybe like trying to build a fire for a night or something. It's just these.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we can avoid these lights for now. I think we have enough intel to go back and report to the rest of the party.
I just find it funny that they already wanted to try to freaking murder with snow.
No, I just need to know for the future of
case.
today's session. Because if worse comes to worst, I could cause an avalanche.
And we get caught in it.
Not necessarily. I have a plan for that too.
Cool. So you get back and you report. Both of y'all report everything to the party. You tell them about the camp farther in. That the huts were just recently created. There's a couple of continual light spells, a lot of torches, some tired-looking Scholar's Guard manning the post, sleeping in shifts. Very obviously, just make sure that there's at least someone posted outside at all times.
Could be easy enough to slip around, honestly, if we want to avoid making a grand entrance to things.
And Allomere, you're also able to tell them of the very clear path less taken alongside the river.
Okay, yeah. We got that path to work with. What do you guys think?
Obviously, the answer would be taking that other path. However, maybe there's a reason why it's not taken that often.
I mean, it looks just like the road and the river are a lot more straightforward of a path compared to this. It's just
I
it
think
just
the
looks like it got
implication is
overgrown.
that there's danger there.
It is a lot more. It's a lot less that there's danger there, and much more that really only hunters will take that path. And the river leads in between mountains, like where the valley is really thin, so you can't really do trade through there. Hence why it's the road less taken.
Yeah.
From reading a bunch of war books, I'm pretty sure there will still be some guards there just in case.
There might be.
I mean, if there is, then we
dealing
just
with one or
deal
two
with-
guards.
Yeah, 1 or 2 guards is fine, but we do not want to alert the entirety of
Yeah.
all the camps,
there might be a
especially if
couple
one of them
patrols.
has a. Did any of them have like a big fire ready to go as a beacon?
No, you didn't see any like beacons ready to
Does
go.
all
Okay.
of China
Does
know
all of
that we're gonna
China?
be here?
Yeah.
No, not all of China will know.
Okay.
Chat, we're doing Mulan.
Not like that. Not like that.
To
the
be
fuck?
fair, I feel like
PG.
I'm very easy to camouflage given it's a snow area as a snow leopard's vaccine.
Yeah. So
That
should the
and you've got
path
a very
less
specific
taken?
spell that you can cast that does a very specific thing:
Yes.
darkness and invisibility.
I was gonna say if you guys do want to have extra clearance of getting through, we'll just do the linking of hands motion and walk down the path.
Cool.
Admittedly, I was just like, once we got to the path, I'm not gonna lie, Cam's not fucking around today. I was gonna have my rapier and dagger out.
Real.
I'm fucking
Yeah.
ready.
Yeah, based.
I think so. Path less taken.
Yep.
Path
Path
Let's
less taken.
go forward.
So as you guys begin on the path, you kind of circle around some of the outside walls of Rivenshade, like the city proper, and you can very clearly tell this is just a hunting path. As you get towards the river, there are some fish traps set up, things
Any
like that.
fish?
There are no fish, unfortunately.
Okay.
A lot of them are like set up for them to come back and put them down tomorrow.
Gotcha.
Some crab traps that have been reeled up and whatnot.
I just thought about maybe grabbing a quick like mid-March snack.
Actually, roll me.
Don't steal from others' traps. If we want to do that, we catch it ourselves.
All right.
True. If you want to look at some of the traps, you can. There's like a small little, like area set up where there might be some traps. I would need an investigation though.
You know what? Sure, we'll give an investigation, and if others want to help, I will not say no.
I mean,
A 7.
I
There
would
is a
like some
trap-
help.
So there are a couple of traps in the water. Chammomile, you're the first one to see it. In the trap, there is this beautiful salmon.
I know what I said previously.
You said.
However,
We are not taking
And
from the traps.
Cam, just like you look at
It
where
is,
Cam
like,
was, and there's just
It
the
is this.
outline.
It
that's
is probably the
flashing.
biggest salmon that you've seen in the flesh.
If you want to be stealthy, don't make yourself smell fishy. Just don't.
Yeah, we
Leave it be.
can go. We can go.
If we had a bag,
What it-
maybe. But
We are not going to get tempted. We are going to move on.
The ring tempts you. The fish tempts you.
Time to lock in. Let's go.
Me imagining sister just grabbing me by my scruff, carrying me.
Yeah.
So you guys are able to, walk along the path pretty well. And about another like 2 hours of walking, because like I said, this is the path less taken, so it's not really,
Yeah.
paved or well kept like the others, or like the main road. And there were some very obviously patrolled routes, but there was either A, nobody patrolling them, or B, you guys were able to sneak past them because they're tired, they don't care.
I mean.
That, or they mistook the metal thunk 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 of sister walking for like an otter.
An otter. Damn, that otter's got some steel plate to thwack against. Holy smokes.
Anyway,
My otter dumpy is
It's
so
just
thick,
an
it's
otter
alerting the
trying
guard.
to open. It's just trying to open its shells.
Speaking of
My
alerting the
tail-
guard, we didn't do that, so we're moving on.
Exactly.
Yes.
Yep. So you guys are able to kind of get within a reasonable distance where you think, if sister does continue walking at this point, it might alert somebody. This is actually a good time for it. Sister, can you roll me a history?
Ooh, that's a good
The
one.
moon has chosen now to speak to you, sister.
Yeah.
On
We are
the
going to
history,
roll
roll above 5 is what I'll say.
I do have a
So it's a
plus 3
really
to
easy-
intelligence.
It's a really easy DC here.
Okay.
15, lovely. You're able to kind of remember emotion. For something like this, you know, as you're walking, you practice it a little bit, where you raise your staff and then lower it down very gently, and tap it to the ground. And you do this a couple of times, and nothing really happens. So now I would like you to roll me your choice of raw wisdom, arcana, or
I'm taking Arcana.
arcana.
I'm taking Arcana. You said Arcana?
Mhm. This one's gonna be a harder DC.
This one's gonna be a harder DC.
You're like
But what if I'm
normal,
lucky?
like you can be lucky here. 22. As you get closer to the camp, I'm gonna have you expend a second level spell slot for me, please.
Oh, 7?
Oh, 7.
And I'm gonna put a spell into your spell book that you've remembered. This spell is always prepared.
It does not count
And it
against
does
my
not
number
count
of
against
prepared
your
spell.
exactly.
Mhm.
Does it
Uh,
count
and-
towards concentration?
You didn't! You fool! You absolute buffoon! How? What are you doing? What are you doing?
Funny things, colon 3. You were gonna get it
Can I
later this session,
describe it?
anyways. Absolutely.
Can I describe it?
Absolutely.
So as that practice motion, the taps
Mhm.
against the ground with the staff, as we stop for a second to contemplate our moving forward, this next tap shutters a sphere of barely twinkling moonlight around everybody. It's like, and you get the sense that you're feeling some sort of one-way mirror. Your steps don't leave tracks behind you, and nothing can see you on the inside.
Ooh.
Everyone now has a +10 to any stealth checks that they make.
Oh, this is exactly what I think it is. Oh.
It is.
Are you saying I have +20?
Yes.
You have a +20 bonus to stealth.
You are not allowed to be seen.
Whatever
Yeah.
you do,
Decided-
So
do
right
not
now,
step on me.
your passive stealth is 30. Brooke.
Brooke,
Oh,
where'd
dear
you
God.
go? Was there ever even a character named Brooke here? Let's be real.
I don't think so.
Yes,
No, I should probably
yes.
delete all references of him. And
I'm
everything.
gonna
No.
pinch every single one of you. I will pinch
Hey.
every single one of you.
Hey. I tried to
What is
stop
this? I can't feel it because I'm a warforged. What is going on?
We are super stealth.
I will
Super
say,
duper
Rihanna,
stealth.
when you cast a spell, you remember the sound of rustling leaves. That's it.
Let's alert the guards.
Let's alert the
No, the leaves are
guard.
dummy thick, and it keeps on alerting the guards.
My leaves
Who's
are
there?
very thick.
But would you mind putting this? I will put the spell into chat as if it was you casting it, real quick. Just so everyone knows what it is and limitations and things like that.
Mhm.
It is that is now currently consuming your concentration.
Yes.
But everyone has passed without trace.
Ooh,
Um,
sneak pass.
So
Sweet.
you, in theory, can. If you want to continue moving forward, I will need a stealth check from everybody.
Okay.
Because we're like starting to get like right around, like the light of the camp. This is, kind of like the farther reaches of it. There are some larger tents back here.
Just a straight roll.
Yeah. hmm
Oh, that's a crit. That's a nat 20. No wonder that's so high.
Oh,
I'm invisible.
You forgot to add the conditional
One,
+10. That's
two,
actually a
three,
34.
four.
Yeah.
Yeah, Brooke, you roll at 34.
oh, my bad.
It's fine. We know what it is. And I think I will need one from Neo. Yeah. Can I get stealth +10, Neo? Oh, I think she went to the bathroom.
No,
No, I see their mouse moving.
Oh, okay.
Oh, gotcha.
Then
Did you wash your paws?
Yes. You said +10?
Oh, yeah.
Noise.
Lovely.
Welcome to the 30 Club.
Everyone is able to sneak up relatively well. Chammomile, steps on a twig and has like, oh, but everything is fine because you're within the pass without trace.
Not my fault.
Also, Kappa, thank you for the follow.
But you guys are all able to sneak up to the like some of the larger tents in the back, right near where the stream ends. Well, not where it ends, but where kind of diverges. And there are 3 large tents in the back. In the front, there is a larger like campfire, and then some of the other tents, and some other like walls and things that looks like they have been maybe made by like a stone shaped spell, to kind of funnel things through a central pathway through the camp.
There's no reason for us to intervene with the checkpoint. We simply need to pass through and investigate.
Yep. I agree.
And maybe do a little bit damage if anyone messes up.
I propose we use an avalanche and wipe the entire site.
We do not do that.
We are holding that as
we do not do that.
I put 2 fingers on the top and bottom of your snout. We are moving on.
I have a
I'm
suggestion.
starting.
In case something happens, sister, immediately pick up Brooke. Brooke, you are to act like a baby.
Oh.
Yes.
I
We're
hate
not
you
doing
right
get
now.
help.
I hate
We're doing
that
get help.
idea.
We are not doing get help.
No.
Get help!
No, it's
Sister,
simply-
on God, throw me. You know what? If we're locking in, if that's what we're doing, I will pretend to be injured. Throw me. I need to get closer to them anyways.
I hit you with the Titanfall 2 fastball special.
On God. I'm ready for it.
Somebody got it.
No, it's this one. It's this NBC.
Well, I mean, we can already send Brooke into battle on one of my dogs, technically.
Okay, but we can just also avoid
We do
that.
not need to count.
We don't need to interact. We just need to get past and get through.
My
Just get
bad, it's
through.
been a few weeks. I'm kind of hungry,
I'm right there with you. Combat is just around the corner. I can almost taste it. This is not the time for it.
We do not need this combat. We need to lock in.
I just
Okay.
said something. Either sister or Allomere. Throw Brooke, so Brooke has the height advantage.
We don't need to
That's
worry
awesome.
about this. We're moving forward.
We're moving forward. We're gonna try and sneak through, like, past the checkpoint.
Okay, gotcha. So this isn't like the first checkpoint. This is like the large camp that you guys are at. Like this is
Okay.
what you would assume would be the central camp.
Do
Okay.
we or do we not have a reason to be here? Just flat out.
No, we need to move on.
Hey,
No,
we just
what
go
I'm
around?
saying is this is the location of where things may have happened.
Oh.
Yeah, like
So
this
we need
is
to
the
get in
largest
there?
camp for a while. Like if Allomere were to go into the sky, he's gonna see a couple more checkpoints down the road. That's it.
I'm just. I'm
Okay.
Gotcha.
Change of plans.
I cannot do the darkness spell, but I can roll invisibility at least on our second most sneakiest person, because Brooke already did that on his own.
Our plan is the major tents most likely hold the commanding officers. they will have the information. I will try to be within 30 feet of you the whole time. But one of you two will have to go in invisible.
So who's the sneakiest between Owllmere and Chammomile? Brooke already has himself taken care of.
I only
I-
have +6.
I have +8.
Okay, I cast invisibility on Owllmere.
Okay.
Allomere is
For
now
my stealth,
invisible.
I would like to hide under the pelts and such that Sister is wearing, if she'll allow it.
Mm-hmm.
That
Mhm.
way I'm literally just right there and easily deployable, but no one knows.
And I'm going to attempt to position myself around whichever cans we enter to make sure that 30-foot emanation is within range of them both.
Okay, gotcha. So, Allomere, which tent are you gonna go into?
We got 3. I'll start with the left.
Okay, so the one that would be closest to you guys then.
Okay.
Cool. And then Brooke, which one are you gonna go into?
I might as well go the opposite way.
Are you so you're gonna go farthest from you?
Yeah.
Okay. Is anyone gonna go into the middle one?
I figure we get to that one when we get there.
Not yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
That was my thought.
Okay.
Pincer
cool.
maneuver.
So Sister, you're only gonna be able to cover one of them.
Oh, wait. I
Oh,
have
that's
the
right.
ability to use my little guys because we're within 120 feet. And
Mhm.
I'm hidden.
Yeah, easily within 120 feet.
Never mind, I'll send in one of the drones. They'll just
I'm
send in
going
one
to-
of the drone
third.
to check out the third.
The one
I'm
in the
going
middle.
to position myself between the left and center tent because I can
Okay.
trust Brooke to stealth well enough.
Okay,
Valid.
Understood. Cool. Neo, are you just gonna like stay by Sister?
I kind of have to, considering the fact that. Wait, no, it's not a concentration spell, is it?
Invisibility is.
Invisibility is.
Yeah, so I do need to. I do need to be kind of left to my own devices so
Mhm.
Owllmere could, keep using
Mhm.
invisibility.
I
Don't
believe the
drop it
normal
midway.
time for invisibility. Let me double check myself. I believe it's
I didn't-
1
Invisibility
minute.
should be an hour duration.
That's
Hour?
what I was asking. Yeah, concentration up to 1 hour. So I have to-
On concentration up to an hour. Lovely. Okay, cool. Thank you. Cool. That's lovely.
All right, let me just say I cast it real quick.
Yep. You cast it. You put your hand on him, and he's got the invisible condition.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be
Be
suspicious.
suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
So we will start. Flip a coin. Let's just say Brooke. We'll start with Brooke.
Oh god.
Yep. So, it's gonna be really quick with Brooke. So, Brooke, you see everyone kind of positioning themselves to get ready. You communicate which camp or which tent you're gonna go to, and you start walking towards the camp, towards the tent. You go behind the middle one, but inside there is what you would assume would either be a continual light spell or a torch. And you are able to see someone, it looks like they are like taking off armor in there. And just standing out back of it for a second, you hear just what sounds like an exasperated sigh. And then you continue walking towards the other tent. As you get closer to the tent, do you cast invisibility on yourself or no?
Yeah.
Okay, so you cast invisibility on yourself, and you're able to, make your way in. The tent is held open, so you wouldn't have the interaction to, break the invisibility there. It looks a lot like there are some ledgers, some notes, a bunch of books. It looks kind of like this is like a little scribal area where people can document things, and just kind of like see what's going on. There's crates full of some rations. And you see what looks like either orders or like people's patrol routes, that kind of thing. Oh, I see. Let me click out of that just so it doesn't distract me again. But so like you see patrol routes, you see orders and things like that. Like you see some Valoon in charge of some Sullen, guiding them through some of the checkpoints. There are names of people who are at checkpoints, things like that. Orders to quote, stay here until we're given orders otherwise. And just things of that nature. It doesn't look like there's anything really special here. But if you'd like, you can give me an investigation roll, and then I will swap back to Allomere and the other gang.
I would be enlightened to give you an investigation roll.
Lovely. Cool. We'll go ahead and really quickly swap back to the others, and then I'll get back to your investigation roll later.
Yep.
Allomere. You see most of the same thing. This tent is also held open, and it looks like there's a little bit of scribing going on in here. This looks more like a mailroom of sorts. As you enter, you can scarcely see the outline of your hand, brushing over some of the paper. But you can see what looks like memos to and from Gavaria. Things that are, left half sealed, and whatnot. You can also see outside there's a little perch for a carrier bird. And if not a carrier bird, then there are more scrolls of what looks like sending or things like that. It looks very akin to the scroll that the dwarf gave you earlier. Perhaps purchased at the same place or, sourced by the same place. You don't know. But as you look around, you can see a lot of what Brooke saw, orders to stay put until someone else says so. But you are able to scry one of them. If you'd like to use an object interaction to pick it up and read it, because it's like half sticking out of an envelope, it will break your invisibility, but you will still be within the Pass Without Trace.
Ooh.
There's nobody in there. There are a couple people patrolling outside. But, past that, there's not a whole lot of activity because it's almost the dead of night. There's maybe the occasional, first shift kind of person patrolling the streets.
Yeah, we'll go ahead and we'll do an interaction to drop the invisibility and read the letter.
Okay. Neo, you feel as you're concentrating on the spell, and you've got the somatic component in your mind, and you're kind of like silently repeating it to yourself. And as you do that, you feel your concentration break, like something ended the invisibility. And there's a small moment of panic as you realize, oh shit, my spell just ended. And you look up into the tent, and you see that Sister's positioned close enough where, no matter where he is in the tent, it's quite large. It's maybe like 15 feet wide, which is quite wide for a tent. But Sister is still able to, clip him with the Pass Without Trace. She's able to kind of shimmy over and get him.
I just kind of like rotate my head, just like quick nod, like it's a calculated risk, and go back to reading.
So you pull it out. You pull out the letter in the envelope, and you skim over it a little bit. And it is written in a mixture of languages. What languages do you know?
Let me pull up the list. I know Common, Draconic, Dwarvish, Giant, Primordial, Thieves' Cant, and Birdfolk.
Okay. So your Thieves' Cant brain tells you this is probably a coded message.
Mm-hmm.
You're not quite able to understand what it's saying, though. There are some proper nouns that you're able to pick out. Because, proper nouns in other languages, you still have to spell and pronounce the same way. One of the proper nouns that you're able to pick out is Itar.
Oh.
Mm-hmm. Another one that you're able to pick out is the dwarf's name. The guy from earlier. Let me pull up the notes again. Foreman Briganthal. So you're able to see his last name in here a couple places. There is a passage in common that, you know, it doesn't seem coded at a glance, but it does say that, you know, he's, or whoever the writer isn't a fan of Tall constantly breathing down his neck. And he says that he's getting quite annoyed with him. There's another passage in Draconic that you're able to read. The handwriting for Draconic itself is a little bit sloppy.
Yeah.
Because of the language itself, but you're able to pick out that, you know, it reads more or less that they're saying, it sounds like someone had made a bonfire, but there's no charcoal left. Like there's nothing that was left from the fire. That's how it reads to you. And you know, applying your thieves' cant to that, because like I said, it does seem coded. It almost reads as if someone had intentionally burned something and left no trace of it.
Okay.
But I don't think that there's going to be any other languages in here that you're able to read. One of them, the handwriting for it looks very much like Elvish, because you've seen Elvish in some ledgers and things like that before, but this seems like Elvish but older.
Interesting.
And the handwriting and like the way that the characters are is very neat. But it's a mixture of languages and it's coded. You're able to pick out a couple of things, but that's about it.
Okay. I will replace the letter back on the envelope, put it back where I found it. And can I see if the center tent is open or closed? Like kind of peeking outside.
If you peek your head outside, I'm going to need another stealth check.
Okay, that's
this
valid.
This would still be within the
pass without trace.
The pass. Yeah.
So we'll add +10 to make sure it's public. That's a 21.
Cool. Yeah, so there is a guard that passes by, and you're able to kind of like duck back in before he sees you. But looking outside, you do see that the middle tent is loosely closed.
Perfect. Okay, so I can at
Like,
least
it's not like hung open like this, because you know there's some things tying up to the posts.
We would need to interact with it to get it open, which is why I'm kind of like, cool. I'm glad I was. I don't know how I'm gonna know when Brook's ready to go in. I just realized.
Allomere,
So let's.
like,
This would actually be.
Or a squee.
So this would actually be a great time to head back to Brook.
Yeah.
Brook, you're able to see in there that you know, you're able to like get the hierarchy of the camp more or less. And you see that at the top there is a I believe it was Valooned. No, excuse me, a Tempered by the name of Nathan Blackheart. Who is overseeing this entire operation. And you can see that he replaced Itar, who was here for clearly more than a day. He was here for at least like 3 days before Nathan took over.
Blackheart, I'm surprised they would, you know, not be considered a bad guy.
No, he doesn't seem like a bad guy.
Yeah,
he's probably well respected among his peers. Totally, 100%.
It's fine. Yeah.
But that's really all that you're able to gather from here. It's a lot of patrols and, you know, who's doing what, who's assigned to what, and just like orders from and to Gavaria. But the most recent you can see is the order to just like, it's like stay put and, you know, make sure that the snow comes back before you leave.
Okay.
Like, you know, let there be another snowfall before you leave.
All right. Well, while I'm keeping that mental note, is that person still like in the area?
The one that you heard in the tent?
Yeah.
Yeah, he's still there.
I'm a peep of what they're
You
doing.
haven't, yeah, like you haven't heard anything in there. Okay, so how are you gonna go about doing this? Are you gonna like go to the front door or like around the side of the tent? Because you can see some silhouettes.
Like I'm just gonna like act as if I'm the wind and just be like, okay, let me just take a look inside here.
What do you mean by that?
Like I'm gonna like slowly like poke my head into like the folds of the tent.
Okay, gotcha. I see what you're saying.
Yeah.
So, you do see that there is a part of the tent where like it doesn't fully contact the ground. And you're able to kind of, peek an eye into there.
Mhm.
You see, two people in there actually. There is someone who is in much darker armor. Let me click a couple of things here. It is just like kind of draped in green with these leather belts kind of holding everything together quite nicely. It looks like it's seen some better days. And there's another person behind him with not so much as a flare on his armor. He looks like he's a lower rank, and he's helping this other guy take off his armor.
Huh.
Mm-hmm. But inside it looks like pristine. Like there are actual stone floors, probably made by Stone Shape. And there's carpets laid out. There's a table in the middle. You can't see what's on the table, but above the table there is a continual light spell. There is a bed that is perched within like a little side room, quote unquote. Like this looks like it is, like a three room home, for lack of a better word. It's quite wide. It's also quite tall.
Interesting. All right, I'm just gonna back away from there, try to retreat.
Can you actually just give me like a general, either wisdom or intelligence? I'll let it be up to you.
Wisdom or intelligence? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I am not used to this version. Like, what the heck?
Do you want me to change it back for you? Because I can change it to like the default one that you had before.
Yeah.
Okay, gotcha. I'm gonna continue to use like the tidy one because I like the tidy ones.
That's totally
Did I
fine.
change the default? I did just change the default sheet.
Oh, thank God. Okay.
Let me really quickly do that, but then this sheet is the default. Oh,
Right when I was about to click it.
my bad. Default 5e sheet. There you go, buddy.
Okay, so you said intelligence or
Either intelligence or wisdom. I'll leave it up to you.
all right. I'm gonna do wisdom.
Just a
'cause I
general check.
Yeah.
6. This guy is someone important. The guy that is having his armor taken off. He's someone important. Mm-hmm. You're not able to really piece things together, though.
All right. Well, yeah. I'll take all this information and then try to relay it back.
Mm-hmm. So you're able to kind of make your way back, still invisible, I would assume. And you're able to get back to Neo and sister.
All right.
Owllmere.
Mm-hmm.
Back to you. What are you doing here, buddy?
What color are their eyes?
It's a very good question. I have no clue. I'll be honest. I do not know if Owllmere would register that Brook's kind of already searched and has come back. And you know what? Let me make a self roll here.
Ooh.
It would be very hard to register that because he's invisible.
Yeah.
Though I will say, just with that roll, we'll kind of stick with that. You're able to kind of figure that what he saw might not have been very different from what you saw.
Yeah.
Especially, they're about the same size tent. They look like they've got the same stuff in them. And there's nobody inside of them, you would
Yeah.
guess. You haven't heard the clashing of swords just yet or anything happening. You haven't heard, the squeaks of your mouse friend. So, it's relatively easy to think that, he might be done by now. He
Yeah.
may have found some things and may have reconvened with the group.
Yeah, I'll probably sneak my way back and link up with the others then.
Cool. So yeah, you're able to get back into the sphere of safety, if you will. The pass without trace, and you're able to see your friends and see what's up.
Oh, okay. Not a whole lot in the tent I looked into. Besides a coded letter that unfortunately I can't decipher. It's got so many different languages embedded in it that it's a lot. Something. It left no trace. Something. Essentially, they know about as much as we do about this thing, whatever it is.
From what you're able to gather,
Yeah.
someone who might know more languages or has a spell that can, look at languages might be able to help. I don't know if Neo, do you still have comprehend languages or no?
Yes.
You do.
Fuck, I should have grabbed it then and brought it back.
To be fair,
Yep.
we couldn't have foreseen the fact that it was gonna be in different languages.
Yeah. So. But that's about all I found. Seems like these guys are as clueless as everyone else on what's causing the disappearances.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Brooke, I assume that you've already relayed your information back to the party.
Yeah, but not until I used phantom sound on Neo to give her a little scare to show my presence.
If you do that, I'm gonna need a stealth check from everyone.
From everyone else?
From everybody.
Okay.
So Brooke, if you do plan on doing that,
I'm just on the party, yes.
okay, I'm gonna need a
Brooke,
stealth
I
check,
don't think
everybody.
that's a good idea. What if
Okay.
someone fails?
If anything, consider it as a test on
it
this
has
scale.
to have a +10. I'm sorry, it's 20.
Yeah,
Yeah,
okay, so 23.
You're 23. Woo!
Yeah, I was about to say, woo.
Hey, 30 club.
Cool, lovely.
Brock?
Brooke's at a natural 30 right now, so I'm not gonna worry about Brooke too much.
Okay.
Yeah, you all pass again, so that's okay. Though, Brooke, you do hear a little bit of roused suspicion within the tent next to you.
Is that the middle tent?
Yeah, the middle tent.
So what does my unmanned drone see in the middle tent?
So you're sending your unmanned drone to the middle tent. Lovely.
Yeah, that's what I was saying earlier.
Oh, my bad. I apologize. So like I was saying earlier, or like I was telling to Brooke earlier, you're able to see most of the same thing. There are two men in there. One of them is very clearly higher ranking than the other. The higher ranking one is having help take off his plate armor. Let me see. What is it? It's half plate. Excuse me. And it looks like the end of the day, he's got an armor stand next to him that he's putting everything on. He's got this helmet with this very large green plume coming out of the back of it. And a sword resting alongside it as well. Which means a sword, a halberd. Let me click a couple buttons here. Cool. And there's not a whole lot of words exchanged, but whenever Brooke does the little sound, you're able to hear it faintly through your familiar as well. They both kind of like look towards the edge of the tent, and the one who's having his armor taken off, the chest plate comes off, but he still has like his greaves and his boots on.
So, do they seem like they're gonna come investigate?
He does pick up his halberd and looks at the other person.
No,
I'm
wait.
going to like.
No, like, were we close enough for them to hear it? Because I said I went back to the party.
Yeah. So, Chammomile, it was very faint. It was extremely faint, like a fart in the wind, but still enough to rouse them.
A fart in the wind.
But yeah, since we are next to their tent.
Yeah,
any
you're like maybe
sound of
like
us
10,
being
15 feet
startled,
away from the
even if
actual tent itself.
quietly.
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there a way I can get up next to the edge of the tent without being in sightline?
Like in person or like you're
Basically,
familiar?
so like the actual so basically I kind of want to like tap sister to get her attention and just be waiting by the edge of the tent with my dagger and rapier, so if he does start to come through, I can just kill him instantly.
Oh yeah,
Or, like,
absolutely.
instantly be
Yeah,
on
you
him.
can post up. Have a ready to action, ready to go.
That's what I'll do.
Okay.
Cam is just it just
Can
kind
I-
of like makes it known and then just whoosh.
Can I sit up on the other side to strike it along with Cam?
Sure, as long as everyone's communicating, hey, this is what's happening.
If he comes out, we murk him.
Yep.
Ready.
You
It's
see,
just Cam
like if
swapping
you were to
between
look through the
cameras.
familiar again, you're able to see he kind of like he looks towards the door, looks towards the side of the tent again. He raises a lip and kind of like furrows his brow. And he begins to set his halberd down again very, very slowly. But he's definitely
Can I
more alert now.
insight? Can I like try an insight to see how much he actually believes that nothing's there?
Sure, go for it. He definitely thinks that there is something out there. Right now, though, he doesn't care that much. He thinks it might either be an animal or like one of his men probably playing a prank.
Then I think we fall back, and in my familiars leave, just to further the animal, just while they're like crawling out, I'll have them like nudge a pile of leaves off to the side or something to further that. Just be like, yeah, there's just a bug or something.
Just wait for us to
Okay.
get back before you have
Yeah,
your familiar do that.
No, that's what I'm saying. Yeah, as we fall back, and then I have that just to further relax them.
So as everyone kind of falls back into position, the guy, the higher ranking guy, he sits down and he begins to take off his greaves and his boots. But as he does that, before you leave with the familiar, you do see him kind of gesture at the guy next to him. And how much military like code would Chammomile know?
Ooh, that's a good question.
It depends. How likely is he have been able to get his hands on a book of this type of military code?
Roll me insight.
All right, we take those. We love gambling. Ganba.
21. You're able to kind of intuit that the signal that he gave the other person was like circle the tent, just in case.
Okay.
Time to move.
Then I'm gonna tell the girl. Yeah, it's like, all right, guys, we should move more. They circle in the tent. They sus.
Okay, let's move.
Mhm.
And like I'll obviously have like my little familiar bug. I'll have him once we're away, and while they're circling the tent, I'll even make a little show of it, and like have him be noticed without
Mhm.
being noticed. You know, just looking like a
Mhm.
little creature doing its thing.
Okay, cool. So you said that you're making your familiar like visible, or no? I apologize. I was tabbing between things.
No, he just essentially he's reinstating in their minds. Yeah, it was just an animal outside.
Okay, gotcha.
He's being like scenery enough that yeah.
Okay, I'll let you roll this deception with advantage.
Hell yeah.
17. That's pretty good. You're able to stall them from coming out long enough for everyone to leave.
Okay, cool. That's all I care about.
So everyone's able to, kind of like back off a little bit, just enough where, you're able to get out of sight or, get out of range that, while you're within the pass without trace, you should be okay.
Mhm.
But you do see eventually he comes out, this other soldier, he's still in his very well kept armor. And he takes a lap around the tent, looking around like, normal ass NPC shit. And he goes back in, and that's about it. A few minutes later, if you guys are still, like sitting outside, he does eventually leave the tent. And the continual light spell within it gets dispelled.
Do we take the opportunity and go in and actually look around, or do we take our
There's a
luck
guy
and
sleeping there.
there's a guy slipping in there?
It's bait.
Brokeback Mountain.
I, as a player, I'm also agreeing with Riana saying it's bait.
Set the tent on fire and leave.
You can send in the familiar again.
That is, I can just continuously send in my unmanned drone.
Yeah, you could.
That might be our best bet, actually. Send in your familiar, have them look through everything. You relay to us, and we go from there.
Mhm.
Yeah, I'll do that. Mischievous, the fucking creature that it is.
Cool. You send your little unmanned drone in again, and does it have dark vision?
So yes. However, I
Okay,
can
yes.
also see through its eyes at this range. So I don't know how much that actually matters.
Yeah, well, I was wondering if it has dark vision.
Yes, it does.
Okay, yeah, because you inherit all of its senses when doing so.
Okay.
So you're able to see this person. He doesn't have his armor or anything on. He's just got some bed clothes, and he has pulled up a chair to maybe 10, 15 feet from the door. He is sitting there with his halberd laid across his lap, and he is looking at the door.
Come on. Even somebody with 4 wisdom could tell that was bait.
I think we should leave it as is and just carry on.
Of his gear, that's presumably sitting off to the side, does any of it look easily swipeable?
Oh, fuck no.
No, we're leaving.
Okay, never mind. Then.
No.
The little mischievous creature will make a leave. Just be like, yeah, no, nah.
It ain't happening.
We're not that guy, pal. We're not that guy.
I am,
He's
but
that guy.
I know
We're
better.
not that guy.
Now,
He's not that guy.
I will also throw this out there. Allomere, do you want to take a once over in the sky?
That would probably be good to do.
That's probably the next step.
Yeah, get a quick bird's eye view, make sure everything's all calm.
Mhm.
Make sure that guy who left didn't, secretly alert the entire place.
Mm-hmm.
I would like to, I think we'll do that.
So you go up into the air, and thankfully it doesn't look like an ant colony's been roused. There's nobody out in the streets, and generally it looks fairly calm, like a base at night. There are the occasional guards posted up now and then, people patrolling. There's a couple of people who are supposed to be patrolling who are just sharing a drink. That kind of stuff. On the other side of the road, though, you do see that there is this kind of like larger perimeter set up around what looks like something off of the road, like something happened there.
Ooh.
And you're able to see very clearly, like from in the sky, there are a couple of strips of snow that have been melted to reveal some of the grass underneath, or whatever foliage was underneath them, that have been, at least from what you can tell right now, scorched.
So
That's
what we
not
want,
fair.
I think that's where we need to investigate.
If you fly high enough in the air where they can't really see you, or they just think that like you're a really big bird in
Yeah.
the sky. I mean, you are. You are able to glean that it's kind of like there's some crates around it, and there are some people who are still kind of like loosely digging through the snow. Hi, Bones. And in the snow itself, it looks like the edges of those things have been charred. Like it looks like the snow itself has been charred.
Like the reports.
Just like the simulations.
No, God, no.
I think I will fly back, report this to the others, and suggest, hey, maybe we should go check that out. Because that seems
I
to
believe
be...
that's our next step.
Yeah. Onward! Doobie-doobie-doo-ba-doobie-doobie-doo.
How do you guys want to get there? Do we want to go all the way back up to that first checkpoint, find another path around, or just try to like cut in between two checkpoints?
We do have pass without trace.
I think we could
Mhm.
slip between the two checkpoints with Pass Without Trace.
Okay.
Kind of shortcut through it.
Yeah. So the checkpoints are set up in close enough succession that, even with Pass Without Trace, it would kind of be hard to get through unnoticed. So if this is your plan, I would need stealth checks from everyone at disadvantage.
Ooh.
Okay.
Now you do still have the plus 10.
Disadvantage. Disadvantage with plus 10 is not as bad as it sounds.
Mhm.
No.
It
Okay,
really
here's
isn't.
the thing. I can also just be like, how many of those are there?
So there's 3
Yeah.
checkpoints on either side of the larger camp. So there's like a checkpoint. Well, if you want to be really realistic about it, there's 4. So there's a checkpoint at the edge of the camp on either side of the road, and then 3 more, a few hundred feet apart. Well, not a few hundred feet, but like 2 or 3 football field lengths apart.
Yeah.
I'm doing that stealth, and I'm doing a 4th level and a 2nd level. That gets all of us advantage on stealth.
Oh, very
Well,
cool. What is
all
it?
decks. So yeah,
So we just roll it normally.
yeah. So the disadvantage.
Normally-
Oh, fuck that shit.
Cancels.
Cancels, yeah.
Fuck that shit.
Yeah, neat.
22.
Enhanceability. Gotcha. Cool.
I rolled a fucking 4.
Yeah, you still got a 22. Yeah.
Fuck this shit. These dice are trying to kill me.
We rolled 11 apart and had only 4 difference between the rolls.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3. And I'm still not going to worry about Brook because he's like passive 30 right now.
Min 30.
Yeah.
I don't
min
need a
fucking
roll,
30.
do I?
No.
He's got a min 20. Yeah.
Nope. He has reliable talent. It's min 30.
Min 30. Yep. True. That's fucking insane to me.
Reliable talent
Look-
is so fucking good.
It
It is
You
such a
did
broken
this to
ability.
me. You did this to me.
So you guys are able to successfully slip through. and you all put cardboard boxes above yourself and walk through, and then flip them off, and you got your guns ready. But anyways, so you're able to slip through, and this other side of it is a lot more rocky because you're getting towards the mountain now. So it's not hard to traverse, but it's a little bit difficult. And all in all, it takes you guys about the time to get to that next hour. So it's like midnight now, as you guys get there. So as you are like onlooking from where you're perched now, because you're able to kind of get like a nice vantage point up here, you're maybe like 30-40 feet up on like a decent like little rock that juts out of the ground and up, overlooking the camp. You're able to see very clearly what looks like, once again, like these, it's like scorched snow, and people trying to like pick things out of the snow. You can't really tell what they're trying to pick out, but there's definitely like no cart remains or human remains or anything. There is just like these large objects that they're trying to pull that look like they've been melted. And every now and then you're able to kind of like get a glimmer of like something shining.
If I had to assume, that's the slag of what was left of the cart.
Yeah, that would be what I would agree with.
Spellcasters, can I get a quick either Arcana or Insight?
Which one is greater? They're actually equal.
Nah.
6. Okay. Okay. Lovely. So
Could've
Neo,
gone with the insight.
so everyone is very obviously able to tell this was some kind of powerful fire magic. But to the people who rolled higher, specifically Neo and Chammomile, not Neo, excuse me, Sister and Chammomile, you're able to tell this was 2 rapid succession blasts, just 2. There were no more, no less spells cast here, just 2 spells.
And there's spells not like evidence of magical creature?
No, these were definitely spells.
Okay.
If you roll
Okay.
Arcana, I will kind of go with that loose, like dollar store version of detect magic, that I had
Hear me
explained
out.
previously in
Say less, King.
28. Wow, cool.
That's 20, by the
so
way. Or is it more?
you are, if you go with the
Yeah, it
like
is.
discount version of detect magic here that I've explained previously in other sessions, you're not able to pick up next to anything. If anything, you are you kind of pick up a disturbance in the weave. Like a part of the tapestry has been burned.
Oh.
That's some potent fire magic.
It was an overexertion, wasn't it?
They fire
Like-
magicked themselves out of existence.
Knowing this, Chammomile, can I get a history?
I'll give you a history.
Hell yeah, baby.
I love history.
That
Would
that's-
rolling better help
sufficient.
more?
No, that is sufficient.
Okay, because I can roll better.
So, I first let me ask you, who do you think would have fire magic potent enough to burn a hole in the tapestry?
It's the Judiciary. It has to be.
I mean, so I could go with the one thought of, oh, that's definitely Aaron Dill Pickles doing. Because I'm instantly suspicious that somehow
You would know that
whatever
wasn't
demon he
Arendelle, because
brought-
Arendelle,
I was getting to
he-
that.
Yeah, he was much less of a
Whatever
caster, much more of a
he brought
researcher.
could be that. Yeah, but I do know he brought something back. So I was like, it could be him, but I don't think so. However, I don't doubt that it could also be any of the not adjudicators. What are their names?
Judiciaries?
No, adjudicators.
No,
If you're
Adjudicators.
looking for like Gavaria.
Yeah. I think from how it was described to me, a couple people on the Scholars Guard could also do that easily.
So your history check
I'm
tells you.
guessing high level
Uh-huh.
magic, 7 to 9.
So your history tells you that the most potent fire magic known to people right now comes from the Gavarian Adjudicator that was mentioned a couple times by name already.
Oh,
It's
so
hard.
it is hidden. Oh, lovely. Y'all, I think we should just go home.
This may be above our pay grade.
Actually, we're just sent to investigate what happened. Hold on, let me look at the quest notes.
We should submit our
Identify
findings
what
with
may have
local
happened
officials.
to the cargo. I think we've identified. They've
I think
been
we
zapped
figured it
out of
out.
reality.
We're
We
going
have,
home,
in
baby.
fact,
We're done.
completed
We got it.
Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Marines, we are leaving.
If you want to get a closer look, I
We
would
don't need
permit
to.
it.
I don't think.
I
we need to.
mean, I don't know if I want to. That sounds like too much of a risk.
Brooke, would you want to get a closer look?
Yeah, Brooke, you want to go look?
Do you really want me to?
You're the best of us.
I'd rather you look than me.
Go and do it anyway.
Cool. Any
I'll
invisibility or
grab
anything,
some
or
cheese
just
sticks, I'll be right back.
just
Yep.
headed down there?
As an
Straight up
invisibility ended.
Have you been invisible this entire time, or did you drop your invisibility a while ago?
I think
I-
he
might
dropped
have
his
been-
invisibility when he tried to scare me.
He cast a
Yep,
spell,
that-
so
yep,
yeah.
you do cast a spell,
Yeah.
so yes. So I'll go ahead and mark that real quick. So are we getting an invisibility spell on him from anyone or no?
And the me.
Anemone.
Can I not put myself invisible again?
No, you have one charge of that.
Is it only one charge?
I
What's
mean,
that?
say? One
I can
daily.
make you invisible.
Hi, Bones.
Oh.
We have a long rest on the way to the Gala. We're fine.
You have several long rests.
Yeah.
I have two more chances of invisibility
Baba.
if you do want it, Brooke.
Let's take it.
Yeah, sure, might as well.
Alright.
Oh yeah, soldier.
Alright. I'm gonna sit down. I'm gonna take a seat. Alright. Come here.
Cool.
Let me pet your head.
Huh?
I have to touch you.
Whoa.
It is a touch spell.
Yes.
It is cast at range of touch.
You all are very touchy.
Look. I'm asking permission before I slap you in the face.
I'm sorry that the weave is particular.
Okay, after hearing that you would have to slap me in order to make me invisible, I pictured myself making that face like the guy that was in the infomercial video of Helldivers. Like, he turns to the camera right before his family gets killed by the bugs. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like the huh?
So we're casting invisibility on Brooke. He gets a good slap across the face, a good meaty whack. Both chuckle, and so Brooke, you kind of descend the rock a little bit. You go down and around, and there's like this loose perimeter set up. It's kind of like a thin wooden fence that you're able to easily just kind of like find a way around, because there's some sticks that have kind of collapsed and made it to where you can just kind of walk over it even with your small stature.
Yeah.
And as you get closer, you do see, like it even smells like coals from the snow that have basically carbonized. How, you have no idea. But in that, can I get a perception check?
Okay.
7, brother.
19, lovely. In it, you're able to see a particularly large chunk of this like burned snow, and inside of it you get the faintest glimmer of a sparkle. Now you're not much of a spellcaster, but the spellcasters before, whenever they had looked at the area, the area that you're in is where part of the weave, like the tapestry, kind of got scorched. But you do see that like really, really like shiny. It looks almost like a gem buried underneath this, like burned outside.
I'm gonna take a closer look at it and like see if I can tell what it might have been.
You're not sure what it is, but as you get closer to it, you can kind of hear it humming very faintly, like if someone had slapped a tuning fork and left it for a little while, and then you go up next to it and like you put your ear to it, you can kind of hear the tune still, like the vibrations on it, and it feels warm as you hover your hand over it.
Is it possible I could do an investigation to see if like this explosion in this radius was like an accident by chance?
You don't even need to make like an investigation or like an insight or anything. You can tell that this was deliberate. This was someone who casted a spell in this area to burn something. This was destructive. This was. It looks like a child had a temper tantrum. And just blasted these motherfuckers. And looking around, you're able to see like the crates around you. Most of the guards have left at this point. People are, done picking things out for the most part. There's maybe like a person here who is still like sifting through the snow, looking for things. But they've got their back turned to you. So if you wanted to grab this, you can. But the crates are filled with like burned, what looks like armor and swords and things like that. Definitely things from the shipment that are like molten and have been re-solidified in the snow. So they're picking them out kind of to like, oh shit, we gotta like we gotta remove these. All right, come on, cleanup crew. But even then, like, you can't see like tracks or like any remnants of bones or people or a cart or anything. It's just the molten metal that remains.
I'm gonna quickly just take it and pocket it.
You taking it?
Yeah.
Get the fuck out of here.
So as you grasp it, it kind of crumbles a little bit under your hands because the outside of it is very fragile. Like I said, it's kind of like burned. It's warm to the touch. You pick it up, you pocket it, the invisibility breaks. Neo, you feel your concentration drop. Once again, there's that moment of panic.
The spell ends early immediately after the target makes an attack roll, deals damage, or casts a spell. I don't know if you've been ruling it differently, but that is the
I
spell's
believe
text.
it was also object interaction.
Doesn't say here.
Unless is that the old?
It might be the 5e version
Makes
of
an attack roll,
invisibility.
deals damage, or casts a spell.
Invisibility 5e.
You can interact with items now.
D&D Wiki,
Oh, really?
The 5th edition version, anything the target is hearing, the spell ends the target's attack spell. Where?
Let me go compare to like the SRD one. Let me see.
I think
SRD, it's items. I want spells. Invisibility. Creature just becomes invisible until the spell ends. Anything the target is wearing or carrying is visible. The spell ends if the target attacks or casts a spell.
But not grabbing or interacting.
I think you may be thinking of older editions of invisibility, because I know for a fact that it 3.5 and beforehand, the invisibility spell will drop on item interaction. If you want to rule it like that, there is precedent for it happening like that in older editions.
There's a ruling here. Let me see. Yeah, rules is written. Taking actions, bonus actions, reactions while invisible does not break visibility unless those actions are some form of attack, casting spell, or otherwise, because you lose you lose your concentration. This ability is probably useless if using an action to open a door or window breaks it. This is why only some form of attack or spell will break it. When you make the attack. The first attack would have advantage unless the target has some way to precise who you are. Blah
Hey,
blah blah.
Gokan, I sent you something.
Spell descriptions. Break is specified to be an attack, so not any action.
Kirby.
I will be right back. I'm grabbing a soda.
Eat
I-
Kirby.
God. My instinctual rules lawyer. I'm sorry.
I will let rules as written go for now. I'm going to text my DM, who's been a DM since like first edition.
Oh god.
For his yeah, he's an old guy. He's like 50.
we
he's old.
we love
he's
AD&D AD&D players. Respect. 07 to our AD&D
I'm
players
gonna
in chat.
text him. Need a ruling for invisibility, real quick. Does any action break it, or just attack / spells? Rules as written.
We must consult the ancient tomes.
Spells.
I'm pretty sure that, like, as soon as the guy reads it, he's gonna put on like a wizard robe and just go through like Google just to see, like, yep, no.
Right.
If he's been playing since AD&D, I have no doubt that he has a bookshelf full of the original texts.
Oh
totally
yeah,
does.
definite.
Yeah, so whenever we play D&D with him, like if ever we do online or like anything online, he uses webcam, and he has a room like filled with things that he does D&D in, because he's got a big house, and so he's got his desk in there. He's got a big old like library of books in the back. So I'm sure most of those are probably D&D related books or like TTRPG related books. So,
Me in 20 years.
Send that off, and then we can piss off for later.
How long we going again?
We got 2 more hours and 5 minutes.
I don't think I can do that, Chief.
we can go longer if we want. We can take a little break in between and go longer if everyone's available. I'd love that. If not, then it is what it is.
My brain is already melting.
I had a long day too.
I believe
Man,
it,
I was
yeah.
working today, but I can keep going. The steel.
Yep.
Steel will.
So, all right, but yeah, we will rule it as written for right now. So the invisibility doesn't break.
Yes.
And you're able to get back to them, and then drop the invisibility. And you have, it is unidentified, but it is basically a warm piece of coal, is what you're able to identify it as.
I cast Identify on it.
You cast identify. Are you
Yeah.
casting it as like a ritual, or?
Yeah.
Or wait, can
That
bards do
takes
ritual?
10 minutes.
I
Can
get
bards
it
ritual
from-
cast?
Anybody
No,
with the
not-
spell can
not
ritual
everybody.
cast it. It's just that it takes 10 minutes.
Ah.
All right, let me go get my phone. Let me put 10 minutes on
So-
the clock.
Not
So you
10.
cast identify, and I'll just let this go through instantly because, you know, you'll have all the time in the world here. But it is not an object that you can identify, but you are able to give it a name, and that is just simply pure flame.
Horrifying.
So you are able to pin this as the thing that is like that either is a cause, or the thing that caused the like hole in the tapestry, the burned hole in the tapestry. You can't tell if it's residue or if it's what caused it.
But it's confirmation that we happened. We have it. Let's go.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Piss off.
Your identify spell also tells you that this is something that can upgrade something into flame tongue. So it is a crafting material.
Ooh. I'm gonna combine it with the cold steel.
What? No. That's illegal.
But yeah, so you're able to get that, and if you guys want to go ahead and head back, you can. It's going to take you a couple hours to actually get back. So it'll be like 2:30 a.m. next day.
Mm-hmm.
Can I like manually set the time?
Everybody could probably get to bed in the room. Sister can stay up for a long time to write out the reports.
Yep.
Yeah.
So yeah, y'all are able to make it back to the city undetected.
I'm gonna just say this: as soon as we enter like the rooms of whatever inn we're in, I'm dropping to the floor and snoring.
Sister puts you in a bed.
Lovely. But
Thank you, mommy.
Don't call me that!
Not in the game. Not in the game. That's a joke.
Don't call me that! Rah! I promised myself that I wouldn't be the mom of the group, and I'm tucking you in.
Quick, punch him in the face.
Chop him in the throat. Wait, what?
Much like punching someone in the dark, it's a victimless crime.
But so you guys are able to sleep. Go ahead and long rest if you need to recover any spell slots or any long rest abilities. But as you guys awake in the morning, you do hear a tiny little bit of a commotion outside. Like there's a lot of people moving.
I just want to make it clear, during the time that everybody else was sleeping, after 2 hours, I would have written out 2 reports. One with the complete information of what we discovered there for the authorities, and a second with slightly redacted information for the merchants in question.
Cool. So who are we going to first? Because, like I said, you do hear a lot of stuff happening outside. It's on the other side of the building where you guys are at. Like it sounds like it's happening on like the main road.
I kind of want to go check what that is, but
We can take a peek on our way out.
yeah.
Cool. So, yep, long rest, lovely. Lovely. Cool. So, as you guys wake up for the morning, we're not going to do the whole exhaustive who wakes up first kind of thing, but everyone wakes up and is able to, go downstairs and see some stuff. As you guys head downstairs out of the like inn hotel or whatever, the same one that's connected to the bar where you all met, the dwarf. Oh my god, I'm so bad with names. Wherever y'all met him, Bregenthal. Outside, you're able to see what looks like a bunch of Gavarians. They've got some summoned steeds, and they've basically packed things up, and it looks like they're leaving. There's a lot of people out on the street, just kind of like murmuring to themselves, but there's just this line of Gavarians leaving.
Yay, good riddance.
So it's the same dwarf that we met before?
Yeah, you would go into the bar and meet him there, yeah.
Yeah. I hand over the redacted report.
As you all walk in, and you hand it to him, he looks at you. Motion out there. Was that y'all? Y'all, he's not Southern. Was that you lot?
Possibly.
What's going on out there?
Well, all that I heard was that they said that their work is done, apparently.
You'll
One of
understand what their work was in the report.
I'm sure of it. But one of them, the head honcho, seemed annoyed. The bloke with the large green plume on his helmet.
I'm sure they caught on to our meddling.
Was you? Well, let me glance at this, and he takes the report and he kind of sifts through a little bit.
And it's just the Ratatouille meme. He's just reading it and he gets more engrossed as every line.
He kind of sets it on the table and he just like shakes his head and he's like, I fucking knew it. So what all did you redact? Just so I know.
I redacted proper nouns.
Mhm. So you didn't mention Itar by name.
It would have been like a commanding officer.
Okay. So Nathan didn't get mentioned by name, and Itar didn't get mentioned by name. Gotcha.
That's for the authorities to know.
Gotcha. But he shakes his head and he just fucking Kavarians. You can tell he's not a fan of them, for a multitude of reasons, but we'll get into that later.
How does he feel about the Tharans?
He's neutral.
Okay, cool.
Anyways, you lot have been great help. This, he kind of lifts up the report and shakes it a little bit. It'll be very useful. The boss will want to know what happened, and I have to go back to him. And the sooner the better. No, give him a sending. Let him know that we're on our way with news.
Before you go, and I take out the coal out of my pocket and just hands it to him.
We need that.
He kind of like looks at it and investigates it.
Additional evidence of what we saw.
You can see he kind of like rummages in a bag next to him, and he produces this like almost like a jeweler's kit. He looks at it and he he moves his food, he moves some of the reports and things like that out of the way. And he takes a little like hammer and chisel and smacks it a couple times. And a lot of like the slag and like the blackened like charred stuff kind of falls off. He's like, "Yep, that's what I thought would happen." And inside now you can see this. It looks like a crystallized firebolt. Like if you were to huck a firebolt, it looks like that, but it's like crystal.
Ooh.
I know what this is. It's very hard to come by, and not a whole lot of people get the chance to work with it. It looks like a form of magicite.
What?
Or
Pure flame, if I'm correct.
more or less. Magicite is typically found around ley lines. It,
Ley lines.
Our
it
details.
is...
Our report details how it came to be.
I see. But he basically tells you that, whenever there is a strong enough force of like weave energy, that can sometimes happen. So it's very, very common around ley lines where, that's basically just weave energy flowing through the veins of the earth. It's hard to harvest because if you try to like yank it out, it'll break. So typically specialized casters will need to go down there and harvest it themselves. He doesn't explicitly state it, but to those who are in the know, specifically Chammomile, you're able to kind of infer that what he's saying is that weave shapers will need to go down there and harvest it themselves because they can, pluck it without disrupting the crystalline structure of it.
Mm-hmm.
So you have what is effectively just fire aspected magicite.
Mm-hmm.
Oh dang, that is a long 10-minute mark.
Yoink.
So you guys have got that. He offers you. He basically says, in return for services rendered, we should still have a small stock of weapons and armor or things that you might need. They're cold steel, of course. So if you'd like to take your pick, I'll allow you 2.
We
So you can
will send you out of session for such items.
Okay. Well, it's really easy to just throw in because I've got a lot of them already created.
Knife.
if anybody knows for a fact that they want something, say it now. Otherwise, we can leave it for out of
Dagger.
session.
I'll take a rapier if they have one.
I hear rapier and a dagger.
Cold steel rapier and cold steel dagger.
Yes.
Any objections?
I
The
believe I
daggers
have
for who?
one.
Hold up.
Cam.
I'm
I am
trying to
requesting
remember
dagger.
what kind of weapons I could use and stuff. I have. Double check.
Okay,
It's
well then.
simple weapons, most likely.
Yeah,
Daggers,
I
clubs.
just need to make sure what they're specifying half the time. Like in particular,
See,
'cause I'm
weapon-
horrible with names.
Simple weapons include
Yeah, I have it up.
quarterstaves, daggers. For sharp, I think for sharp metal items, it's just daggers, spears,
And sickles.
and sickles. Yeah. Everything else is clubs, saps, mace. Mace is one.
I would like a cold steel sickle.
Cold steel sickle.
Would one of you two want to fight over your claim to an item?
I'll get rid of daggers so they can have their sickle, because I do already
Okay.
have a dagger that works
Okay.
for it.
Cool.
Okay.
Cold steel, sickle, and rapier. Then.
Let me. So yeah, I will do that. Do that.
I am slowly falling to sleep. Good night.
Apollo cheese.
No, Brooke, don't go towards the light.
Brooke, there's still. We normally run till 10. We can run till 9. Come on. It's the same amount of time.
I woke up late because I had a terrible night trying to sleep.
So Neo is getting a sickle.
I'm running on 6 hours. It's okay, man. I get you.
So Neo's
I'm running
sickle
on
is in our
less.
inventory. I do need to finish configuring out. There's a couple more things that I need to do, and then Owllmere is going to get his rapier. It's the same thing for you. I need to finish configuring it here in a little bit, but it is still a +1 rapier.
Nice. Now those assholes that are resistant to non-magical damage, I can finally do proper work to. Just as long,
That's what
as,
you
long
were
as I get
complaining
out of
about.
this.
That's
Get
a
out
weird
of this.
ruling that I'll ask about out of session, but
Yep.
we have our reward for the quest.
Yep. Congratulations, you have officially avoided really nasty combat. I mean, a really fucking nasty combat. Nathan would have rocked your shit.
Absolutely.
I kind of
Combat!
figured.
We missed it.
It's okay.
Clerical stuff.
We can't
character,
always be murder hobos.
sister. Clerical stuff in character. Sister would have handed over the report at a watch house with the full unredacted report.
Okay, they basically tell you that they'll look into it and they'll see what they can do because they're also not a fan of the Gavarians and they want them out of the town. And if you have
any
stuff,
evidence for a case of spelling, let's go for it.
yeah, basically like anything to help us get them out of here because they have so far avoided making it known that they are doing things like this. So good for y'all.
Yep. Let's get them the fuck out of here.
Yep. So we do the lovely little ritual to make the teleportation circle. It is in, or it was already happened. It's already registered in your book for Omni's Church. And there's already a teleportation circle in Gavaria by the school, not far from where the Gala is going to be. So let us do a wee bit of time skip. We can kind of figure out what we want to do in the time skip later on. But let's go ahead and determine this now. do we want to stay in Riven Shade until the day before the gala, or go like now, what is effectively the 47th of the month?
I want to at least somewhere out of session have a conversation with the other Warforged. That is my
Okay.
only request.
Okay, gotcha. So let's say that we go to Gavaria late in the day on the 47th.
Any
Because
objections?
that would effectively be like the day that it is currently.
Okay. So long as we get there on time, that's my biggest thing.
Oh yeah, no, y'all will be way ahead of time, so you're good.
Okay. Then yeah, I'm good. I'm down.
Any objections from Brook or Chammomile?
Nope.
Cool. What about Neo? Any objections there?
Nope.
Cool. Lovely. So I'm not gonna do anything with the scene because y'all know what Gavaria looks like. I've explained it to y'all before. But y'all go back to the church, and teleportation circle to teleportation circle, which only takes a minute. So I'll kind of briefly describe what the teleportation ritual looks like from teleportation circle to teleportation circle. As you begin the incantation, Chamomile, a lot of the circle around you looks like those really fancy globes that have those different axes on them that kind of like come up and help it spin. It's a lot like that, where you have these like rings that kind of envelop you and glow purple, and it's like cogwheels spinning around you. Like it all becomes like this purple blur for a good few moments. As like you don't feel like you're being teleported. It just feels like there's a sudden change of temperature in the room. Things feel a little bit warmer. Things feel a little bit nicer, and the lighting kind of shifts a little bit. As these wheels spin faster and faster and blur more and more around you. There's this distant hum buzz of magical energy going from the book to the circle as in an instant things slow down, and around you now you can see the school. You can see like vibrant green trees within the courtyard. You can see college students, moving to and from classes and doing things. Clearly, this isn't for the first time that this has been used. They're used to it by now. There are people who have used this a few times. But you guys all emerge within that courtyard in the school.
Wild.
Mm-hmm.
Sister almost relaxes as if they released a deep breath.
Very nice. But your book is uncharged for the day, but it doesn't matter because, it's a few days until the gala. And if you'd like, we can go ahead and just time skip there, and we'll go over what we did in between sessions during the time, because I'm totally cool with, doing some shopping or doing some crafting or even just doing, talking to people, things like that.
Mm-hmm.
I want to get a good-looking tux.
Oh, that's being provided to you.
Taylor.
Yeah, like that is just a thing that is being provided. So yeah, within like the last 3 days before the gala or so, like the last 4, there are tailors that are making things for you.
Okay.
I'm just gonna wear a freaking bow tie.
Sister, you are the only one that something isn't being made for.
Yeah.
Because something is being made for you, but it is kept a secret. Din, he visits you guys a couple times throughout your stay in Gavaria, but he does tell you that they are making something for you, but he wants to keep it a surprise.
Why would such an item be a surprise for me?
You will see.
I don't wear any outfit
Insight.
different from my normal, and I make sister a little bow.
Insight. I'm sorry, I have to.
Okay, so for this one, I am gonna play this playlist. I'm also gonna lower the volume a little bit, just to kind of do this. Let's do. Yeah. There's one that I have in mind from this. Yeah, here it is. So, the night of the gala comes. It is, like about 6 p.m., let's say, when, everything is set to start. So it'd be like, what, 18? Yeah. So say it's,
Or
5:30.
18.
Oh yeah, it would be 18, yeah, excuse me. So everyone's getting, dressed in this beautiful, in their, amazing attire. But the night before, Neo, in place of where you would normally have a dream where you spar with your avatar of Allomere, something else happens instead.
Dance lessons.
And I will, Neil, I'll let you choose. Can everyone read this, or do you want to read this alone?
Withhold information or share it with the group? It's a lot more fun if you withhold it.
Mm-hmm. It is, yeah.
Mm,
May?
May.
May?
Oh, right. Her back was hurting, so she's taking a moment.
Understood. I'm gonna leave her as an observer. But I will ping her, say, hey, you have a lore tab. Okay. But so, yeah, I'll just set this to loop. I'm a fan of this. So, before the gala, a few hours before it, sister, Den comes and he finds you. And he tells you that his gift is ready. It took him days of continuous labor to get this done, but he is considering this, his current magnum opus. And he gestures for you to follow him. And he invites you to his wing of the school.
I will do so with pleasure.
Lovely. So, as you approach his wing of the school, the Artificers Guild, more or less, it's small. There's only a handful of people who are actually studying there right now. But there are students clearly exhausted, and before you enter the room in front of you, he asks you, would it be okay if I remove your core?
Mm. Mm. I assume then that this is a new frame for the gala.
Yes.
They freeze up for a second, emulating a deep breath. As long as this one is within safe storage, then yes.
It will remain here in the school. There is no need to worry.
I consent.
He kind of gestures for you to, crouch down, that he can access
Just pulls the
the front of
Slav
you.
squat. Just lowers themselves.
He, pulls on your chest more or less to access the middle there, and with a couple of his tools and some very precise motion, he disconnects your core, and for a moment you feel that darkness again envelop you. You feel nothing, you see nothing, you hear nothing, and it is empty. And then only a few moments later, you come to, and you're within this room now, and it is full of like, um, welding stations and other like places where people can tinker, things like that. And the room is cold. You can feel a breeze on you, and someone slides a mirror in front of you. And I'm actually going to pull up a notes. For the first time in what feels like ages, your reflection does not glare back at you in cold steel. The frame is metal, yes, but wrought so delicately that the seams vanish into elegant contours. Each plate is polished to a soft sheen, shaped not to resemble armor, but to follow the graceful lines of a living body. You feel less.
My parents are stuck out in the middle of nowhere because the car key's battery died.
Gotcha.
Tell them to
do
press the
have-
key fob against the push start.
I did. It
Yeah.
doesn't work. They FaceTimed me the entire time, and I was telling them how to do it, and it didn't work.
Oh,
I am praying that if I click this, it doesn't show everyone. It does not. Okay, cool. May, I'm going to show you a lore tab. Please read it.
Out loud?
To yourself.
Time batteries are available at any car parts store. If you have
Yes,
like
but the
O'Reilly or
problem-
Auto Parts.
The problem is that they're at a church.
Maybe we'll.
Yeah. That's probably gonna just be an emergency
It's
run to
also-
one of
it-
those,
it's
grab a
also-
dime battery, and then run to them.
Mm-hmm.
It's also 8:29. Most stores are closed now.
Mm-hmm.
Auto parts stores should be open late? Question mark.
I told them that. I don't know why they drove out knowing that the battery was dead. He already told me that the battery was like dying and stuff like that, and had me order it from Amazon today. So I don't know why he decided to go out today.
Yeah.
Knowing that the battery was gonna die, but sure.
Yep. I'm going to go ahead and
Okay.
continue reading the lore tab, or the description that I was reading to Sister here.
Sorry.
You do have your own lore tab to read. That's framed as the night before the gala. Let's see. You feel less a construct and more yourself. A gown flows effortlessly over the form, cut from fabric that shimmers like the night sky itself. Constellations shift across it in slow, dreamlike patterns, as if the heavens have draped themselves around your shoulders. The metal of your frame catches the faint starlight and refracts it, as though your celestial form has been folded into your very being. You've carried the weight of the Colossus frame, massive, unyielding, a reminder of war. But here, in this shape, you are no warrior chained to purpose. You are art. You are grace. You are a vessel of both starlight and steel. And for perhaps the first time in memory, you can scarcely tell where the machine ends and where you begin.
They just sit there stunned for a very long moment, just trying to process what is happening in front of them in this mirror. They attempt to make a deep breath.
You can feel your chest cavity expand as you do that.
They say a few words in a language none of them could understand because it is secret to those of the circle, and
Druidic.
attempt
Lovely.
to stand. Yeah.
As you do so, you can feel the pressure shift in your feet. And you can feel the chair behind you. You are light. You don't feel delicate. You feel well crafted. Like every part of you is intentional and magnificent. And for the first time in actual thousands of years. It's involuntary, but you can see your vision begin to cloud. And you feel something roll down your cheek.
They touch it with their fingers.
And you can feel it's wet.
It has been a millennium. More. Oh. Was this even possible?
Dan looks around the room and at his assistants. Many nights of sleepless work.
Why?
Why not? We're artificers. It's our job.
I'm just another person.
All Warforged are. They are people. Not machines.
They just start bawling. they cannot handle themselves in the situation.
Just
It is
absolutely dribbling, demolishing.
out,
the
like
court.
on the knees, can't, like, no motor function, bawling on the floor.
There is no other player like Sister in the game.
Literally.
She's the best at basketball. She's straight ball.
Ball. I just like imagine like Sister in this
Just
frame,
the
just like
16-foot
slamming,
ball.
there's like slam ducking, yeah.
The 16-foot tall Warforged doesn't even need to jump the dunk. They just slam it in the hoop.
Yeah, it's like just Sister like this. Ballin'.
Absolutely balling.
But after a few moments, Dan and some of his assistants, they help you to your feet and they make sure that you get to the Gala safely. Let me see.
By the way, I did read it, so. Go.
Let me see.
Uh,
Real quick, Neo, what did you think of the lore tab?
I did like it very, very much. It was very nice. I will
Very
not
cool.
delve too much into it for the rest of y'all, but I'm like, it was nice.
Okay.
It was nice. I wasn't tired for once. I mean, to be fair, I'm pretty sure Sister saw it. I know
I
Sister's
don't-
actively watching it.
Oh.
No, I just have the page up. I was tabbed out. I was tabbed out
Okay.
for your privacy.
No, you're
Yep.
fine. You're fine. I have it recorded for the sake of video, but
Yeah. I respect your privacy as a player.
but I will say, I'm not tired for once from my sleepy times.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's me this time. I'm
You'll
literally
get over it. You'll get over
No.
it, champ.
I'm literally face down on my desk right now. Like,
Yep.
So, everyone arrives to the Gala. It's still within it's within the school near the scribes place. They have this like massive like library that they can sometimes kind of clear out and clean up for events like this. And it is beautiful. It's made of it's a lot of marble stone. Excuse me. With these long red sweeping curtains. They put a little stage up, on the side. Oh, there's a couple of small stages in like the back of the room. In the back of the room, there's this large, like semicircle window. It's like some stained glass, but it overlooks a lot of the city. And like the viewpoint from in there is amazing. But as you all arrive, you see just tons of people. I'm talking like about maybe 70, 80 people in here. There's a lot. And the gala, it proceeds as normal, with people like Vrowison giving a speech. The speeches are first. It starts with people, announcing the book itself, now being available for public access. There's some copies passed around. This is all for that like MacGuffin that you guys were looking for at the very beginning, what is now known as the Tome of Common Knowledge. Effectively, it's just an encyclopedia of the world. It's pretty cool. Thumbs up emojis. And Chammomile was late to giving the information over that was necessary. But everyone is in their tip-top shape. If we would like to hang off in a cliffhanger for Brook, I'm okay with that.
I think we might have to.
Yeah, because if he's over here like falling asleep, yeah.
I'm gonna give everybody a freaking like debuff right now.
Yeah. I will do one more thing before we break for the night. Just so I don't have to wait 2 weeks for you guys to read this. I am going to configure ownership on another lore tab. You guys can go into the journal tab, and there is a lore tabs folder that I will give you guys access to now. It is Beyond the Heavens.
Oh.
Okay.
It's absolutely incredible. I will read it as soon as I get back from the bathroom.
Yeah.
Everybody has a phone. I'm pretty sure you can read it on there, right?
Well, it's in Foundry.
It's kind of hard to read Foundry. Yeah, Foundry doesn't play nice with phones.
I didn't know.
I will click this little show players button just to have it pop up for everybody. But I am okay adjourning the session for now, so we can let Brook sleep.
Yeah. Do we want to try and swing next week, or do we have to keep the rhythm?
I would actually be okay with going next week because I was able to get a lot of prep work done.
Within the times of me not being able to play, I'm sorry about that last time.
That's fine. As always, like IRL comes over the game any day of the week.
Yeah.
Actually, last week was more of a, hey, I couldn't get out of this.
No, you're good. We get it.
But anyway,
Yeah.
let me see if I can find. Thanks for watching, guys. I really appreciate you watching my videos. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow me on all my social medias. So until next time, bye bye.